Jeunesse.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to Jeunesse University. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Maguire from Singapore, and we have this event for you, just for you. And before we're going to kickstart this event, all you need to do is prepare your writing materials, your pen, your paper for you to take notes. And the most important thing, tell all your friends, tell all your team to log into our Facebook Live now and tag as many friends as possible and like and share to public. And what's more, there's 2 segments of the lucky draw prizes all just for you. So wait no longer, just scan on the QR code and register. And the winners will be announced on the SG Jeunesse and NY Jeunesse social platform respectively. So stay tuned. And ladies and gentlemen, next, I'd like to introduce to you someone who has headed a trading company. After the trading company he has worked for folded due to the 1997 financial crisis, he was introduced to Jeunesse by his client, and that's where his Jeunesse journey started. He achieved Sapphire within 3 months, Ruby within a year, Emerald in 2 years, Diamond in 3 years, and Double Diamonds in 6 years. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you all the way from Taiwan, our Double Diamond Director, Mr. Roger Lin. Please welcome him.
新马的杰斯家人新老朋友大家好，我叫 Roger Lin， 来自台湾美丽的宝岛今天非常的荣幸，受新马 CK 的邀请在新马这个年会跟大家线上见面，真的非常荣幸非常高兴这个 CK 邀请我到这个线上来跟各位分享今天的主题如何成为掌握邀约的艺术这个主题那真的是非常有荣幸邀约这个艺术是我经营杰斯这一段时间一路以来的一个非常重要的一个环节经营这个事业尤其这个邀约的部分特别的重要今天我有荣幸来跟各位分享 尤其在这个疫情这么当中，我们都在空中见面哈。那我非常喜欢这个新马的地方啊，尤其新加坡、马来西亚的人都非常勤奋，非常努力环境也非常的优美，也非常的漂亮。更重要的就是，新马的饮食非常棒哈，尤其它的那个肉骨茶我特别喜欢尤其那个沙爹啊，还有是凉惹糕啊，这个都我非常喜欢。特别有时候去新马跟伙伴一起去的时候特别喜欢新马的什么榴莲这个榴莲特别的好吃哈，尤其这个黄金榴莲特别的好吃哈。好，那我接下来就为各位来分享成为掌握邀约的艺术哈。好，那这是邀约的艺术，第一个我们要讲的就是邀约的5大流程邀约的5大流程，第一个流程就是我们要制造这个注意制造别人的注意点哈。那第二个就发掘对方的兴趣，第三个就是引发需求，我们要了解对方的需求是什么。第四个就是我们如何来帮助这个人家的问题，如何解决人家的问题。第5个就是推荐加入，我们一起来合作。最后一个重点就是要缔结啦，缔结就是成交这个是邀约的这个5大流程好，那邀约我刚刚讲，这是我们在经营这个网络营销非常重要的一个这个艺术就是邀约的目的一定会不会取决我们的态度跟决心我们的态度怎么样，我们的决心怎么样那也是邀约，也是我们的业绩的来源，业绩的开始所以这一步没有做好会影响到我们整个组织的发展业绩的发展。好，那邀约的意义我把它分成为3点第一点就是邀约这个意义是非常重要，我们要建立团队团队建立的开始邀约我们就是讲白一点就是招兵买马啦就要邀约开始，从自己开始，一个人开始，那我们招兵买马就是开始去邀约，把我们的平台，把我们的理念信念，还把我们所有的想要建构的目的跟目标来跟对方传达，然后来邀约对方来引起他同频共利。再来就是我们业绩的起步，邀约的意义就是要让我们业绩启发让创造业绩。再来就是踏出成功的第一步，有邀约才是成功的第一步。这个邀约的3个意义好，所有行动的开始我们要顺利的让我们这个组织的运作开始我们就是要邀约就是这个行动要开始的，只有行动才有业绩，才有生产力所以我们要借用邀约，把新朋友邀约进来，然后我们透过这个团队的借力使力然后让我们的这个业绩这个一步一步的起来所以这个邀约是非常的重要也是要借力使力的一个开始好，那接下来我来跟各位来讲踏出成功的第一步，邀约也是我们踏出成功的第一步有很多人就是邀约邀约不来或是被拒绝被泼冷水都是因为我们邀约的这个技巧跟方法不熟悉的原因其实也不重要。其实我们只要把邀约的艺术邀约的技术学好我们一定可以把事业做好，把事业做大所以根本的这个事业做大做好，最根本的原因也是在这2个字，就是邀约邀约。所以邀约讲来讲去就是邀约的艺术跟技巧好，那怎么去邀约这个就是邀约的技巧跟艺术的开始怎么邀约，这个非常重要初步的邀约就是尤其邀约这个艺术就是说一开始你不会说的你不要说，你说不完的也不要说 时间不够时间不对你也不要说这个是邀约3步我们有3部曲就是不会说的不说说不完的不说时间不对的也不要说不要乱说有的人讲你爱讲的讲太多了我们才常讲就是这个讲到这个天安门讲到这个凯旋门结果都没有讲到重点这个是当初邀约技巧你没有学到位的原因好，那邀约有一些方式跟心态，我来跟各位分享邀约当然我们就是借助电话邀约，还有顺势邀约人道邀约，这个就是字义上就很简单电话上邀约或是 LINE 上面邀约，微信上面邀约都可以顺势邀约。什么叫顺势邀约？就是说刚好经过然后上去跟他邀约或者是说人亲自很诚意的到对方的所在的地方去邀约邀约的方式大概有这样。然后我想现在大部分的都是用电话邀约了，用 LINE 邀约用微信邀约比较多了好。那邀约的心态是很重要的因为心态决定这个邀约成不成要很真心的邀约诚意的邀约，耐心的邀约正确的心态大于我们的这个话术了好，接下来我们邀约的方式跟流程当然这个方式就是我们要先暖身关心对方不要这个无事不登三宝殿突然去拜访对方，对方会觉得很唐突或很突兀然后平常就要有关心第二个就是要找入对方的需求，第三个就邀约的时间跟地点要找对那最后要确认你邀约的时间点，对方有再次跟他确认他这个时间点他 O 不 OK？ 如果不 OK， 我们可以再另外约；如果有 OK 了，我们就不要改变了，再提醒他一次这个邀约的这个方式跟流程也很重要，尤其我们在邀约的过程这个方式跟流程这个暖身、开心关心这个都四步做那邀约的基本原则。邀约的原则原则就是不变这个不变，这是100%要很有自信，要很信心，还有很兴奋、很快乐、很阳光、很开朗很有自信第二个要针对需求引发对方的兴趣，第三就自然真诚的邀约，第四不谈太多，第四就让对方2择1，所谓2择1就是今天还是明天早上还是下午这礼拜还是下礼拜预留伏笔预留伏笔的意思就是说如果他不跟我们见面是他的吃亏这个是他的损失这个就是我们邀约的话术跟这个艺术就是你讲的对方舒不舒服，对方爱不爱听，对方尊不尊重对方这个都是在这个邀约过程当中，人与人互动过程当中一个所谓的艺术啦好，这个是跟各位那这个100%的信心跟兴奋的就感染对方那第二个是针对对方的需求，就是要切入到他的重点，我们要找出对方他要什么那第三个就是初次见面不要带太多的东西，很多邀约就是手上带了一大堆的东西这个就是影响我们邀约成交的一个重点那电话中最容易被拒绝，所以电话中不要讲太多，就是邀约就好就是邀约见面，那2择1了的，预设对方一定会来一定会与会你就把他当定，我这一次一定要把他邀到最后伏笔就是让对方感觉，如果他不来跟你见面是他的损失。这个邀约的几个基本原则，这个是这个艺术当中我们那邀约的天龙8步我们这个8步是很重要。我们正常邀约有正常邀约很正常的，我们就约朋友吃饭 唱歌喝酒或是预约来，就是很直接、很正常、很平常的。那鉴定式的就是对一些长辈请他来评估。那霸王式就比较年纪比较轻的我们可以请他来，他一定要来听听看，然后改变他，让他学习。吸引式的就是自导自演，就是我在这个地方很有成就，希望让他来了解看看巧合式的、哀兵式的、还通牒式的、交换式的这个是几个步骤这个天龙八部大家可以练习啦其实这个邀约其实这个无招胜有招，其实你常常邀约你可以应用各种的方式，只要能跟对方见面约成，才有机会来讲事业啦这个招式都可以这个是天龙八部那最后其实刚刚我讲那么多，可能你也不是很清楚，你也记不起来，没关系。我们最后给各位一个成功邀约艺术的4部曲这个4部曲是我经营节师以来我常常用的一个方式，就是我们动之以情，用我们的情感来感动对方这个就是动之以情那第二个是诱之以利应用这个利益来利诱对方因为人为利嘛鸟为食亡，人为财死所以这个诱之以利希望很多人是希望来经营这个平台是要赚钱，再来传递感动。很多人不一定要来经营节师，经营这个事业，但是因为这个平台让我感动，我也希望有这份的感动也感动对方，让对方可以美丽健康，还有可以怎么样还有财富，还可以帮助别人，可以环游世界交到很多的好朋友然后可以财富自由、心灵自由还有这个所谓空间自由啦这个传递感动，你在节师得到什么的感动，给对方感动，这个是邀约很高的一个境界最后一个就建立自尊因为很多社会地位很高的人，他不要再赚钱了，或是说他也不想再参与任何的一个平台那你可以告诉他这个平台的伟大，这个一个平台的一个好处可以让他有这么影响力的人，透过这个平台可以帮助更多的人。我相信人都喜欢帮助别人这个社会需要有一些影响力的人，建立对方的自尊，然后发挥他的影响力，帮助社会上、世界上更多的人所以这个是成功邀约艺术最重要的一个4部曲，是我在经营节师过程当中所应用的一个这个方法技巧也好啦，就是动之以情，诱之以利，传递感动，建立自尊。那邀约成功最重要的艺术以外，它还有邀约艺术最大的一个精神，就是要锲而不舍，努力不懈，坚持到底，永不放弃。这个很重要的一个邀约艺术的精神，你一定要锲而不舍我这个肯德基这个桑德斯他建立这个快餐店这个炸鸡店他去拜访的邀约的1009次才成功，所以这个邀约艺术的精神非常重要最后我要祝所有新马的伙伴新马的节师家人疫情我们期许疫情赶快过去我早一点到新马来跟各位见面到新马去旅游。最后我要祝各位新马这一次的年会成功，然后各位在节师的事业蒸蒸日上，然后心想事成美梦可以早日成功以上是我的分享，谢谢各位，后会有期，拜拜。
Thank you, Mr. Rajulin. For those who have missed out on QNIX when it was announced on Expo APEC 2021, here is QNIX for you.
Yeah!
Wow, Qunic really is the new gold standard. What a revolutionary product breakthrough too. So now I would like to introduce to you our stem cell specialist who has attained global recognition for his work in regenerative medicine and wellness. Complementing his degrees in neurophysiology, his cutting-edge stem cell research has garnered global recognition in regenerative medicine and wellness. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you our next speaker, our Jeunesse scientific advisor, Mr. Christian Drapu. Please welcome him.
Thank you very much, Maguire. It's a real pleasure to be with you in Malaysia, in Singapore. I wish that I could be there in person, but for now, we'll do this through Zoom. So it's a real pleasure to talk about this new product, Qunic, which, like the name implies, is very unique. You know, there's a lot of products that exist out there, but among all these products, very few products are what I would consider foundational products, meaning that they use ingredients that have been there for thousands of years. And we may have science on these ingredients. So the science may be very interesting, but to me, what speaks volume, and to me, in a way, the strongest message is that if these ingredients have been used for thousands of years and they're still used today, that means that there's a reason for it. And these are ingredients that have proven use by humans in proven benefits for health. And one of those is curcumin, which obviously comes from, or is one of the key ingredients in a recipe called the golden milk, which I am sure many people in Malaysia have heard about. It's outside of Malaysia or India, maybe a little bit less, but it's a drink or a beverage that is used, made out essentially of curcumin, blended with some cinnamon, some ginger, some milk. And it is used to fortify the body, to give for stamina, energy, for recovery, for all kinds of overall benefits in the body. And Qunic has been based to a large extent on this foundational formulation that has been there for centuries. And then it's more than that. So that's what we will go through today. We're talking about Qunic. What is important here is to recognize, like I mentioned just before, that curcumin has been used for thousands of years. So that by itself is a real proof of its efficacy on health. It is very well known. It comes from India originally. It has been used in the region. Right now it is grown in Thailand, for example, in the whole region, but it's basically coming from India, and it's very much of an Asian product. It has been used historically for its color, but as part of Ayurvedic medicine, the benefits for health are considerable and have been recognized for a long time. So if we look in Ayurveda, curcumin has been used in cuisine for cooking. Sure, everybody knows about curry. It's been used in medicine, essentially Ayurvedic medicine. It's been used in daily life and also in religious practice. And I think the one that is probably the most recognized in India is when a baby is born, the baby's head is shaved, and then we apply a paste of turmeric, which obviously is curcumin or contains curcumin. So they apply a paste of curcumin or turmeric on the head, which essentially acts as an antibiotic for the fine cuts that could be there on the skin of the head. But historically, it is to symbolize that through the purity and the power of curcumin, this practice can eliminate all the past impressions from past life. It purifies this young child and for its life. So again, just to show the presence of curcumin in the culture in Asia is fairly significant. So let's jump now a little bit more into its use for health. There is essentially two main benefits for curcumin, which by themselves then multiplies, or I should say, leads to other secondary benefits, and they are many, and we will go through them. But let's keep in the back of our minds that the two main key benefits is antioxidant and inflammation. But it is an antioxidant and inflammation in a very unique way, meaning that if you take a test tube and you test, for example, vitamin C, if you test vitamin E, a lot of these known antioxidants, they work in the test tube, but they don't work from a, how could I say, not a molecular standpoint, because they do work from a molecular standpoint, but they don't necessarily interfere in biochemical reactions in the body that would be specific for different events linked to inflammation. Curcumin acts in a very precise way, almost in a pharmacological way, in very specific aspects of inflammation taking place, for example, in your arteries, in the cardiovascular system, in your brain. So we'll talk more about these a little bit later, but keep in mind that the main benefits of curcumin is essentially its antioxidant and its anti-inflammatory properties. So here are the main ingredients that we have in the formula. We have a proprietary formula of curcumin called Novasol. We have bioperine, which is an extract of black pepper, mixed fruit juice, ginger, cinnamon, monk fruit for flavors. But of all of these, the one that really have are the actives in the products are the Novasol curcumin, bioperine, ginger, and cinnamon. So I will focus on these. So let's start with the curcumin. The formula that is used here is Novasol. So before we talk about curcumin, let's spend a little bit of time talking about Novasol, because of all the curcumin available in the marketplace, it is a very, very unique form of curcumin. So I have a small video here. So let's look at it to understand what is a liposome, because Novasol is a liposomal form of curcumin. So a liposome is, if you take, for example, vitamin C, it's not absorbed very easily, or other compounds that are water soluble, they do not penetrate membranes easily. Other compounds like curcumin, oil soluble, also do not penetrate membrane easily. So we need to cover them with a lipid layer to transform this molecule or this clump of curcumin, to transform it into a vesicule that is going to penetrate cellular membrane very easily and tremendously increase the bioavailability or the absorption of curcumin. That's what we have here with Novasol in this liposomal form. So if we look at it, of its ability to be soluble, there's another very interesting video here. Let me jump to that one right away. So we have here to the left, we have curcumin put into water. And we can see that as we mix it, it does not dissolve very well. That's how it would essentially be absorbed into your body. Very, very little absorption. But if you make it into a liposome and then you put it into water, it's solubilized much, much more easily. And it can then be absorbed much more easily. So again, that is just to show the impact of that form of curcumin. And last video here to show an animation of how compounds like curcumin are absorbed. There you go, this will work. Okay, so here's a video that it's an animation that shows how vitamin C or other compounds that dissolve in water can penetrate. How other compounds that are oil soluble like curcumin will not penetrate very easily. So although you may have a lot in the blood, very little will actually pass and go into the blood. But if you can turn this curcumin into a liposome that is much more bioavailable, that will penetrate the membrane, cellular membrane, then you can see that what is essentially in the digestive tract, most of it is going to pass and be absorbed in the blood. So by taking the same amount of curcumin in the form of a liposomal formulation like Novasol, then you increase the bioavailability and the absorption of curcumin. And that's the reason why this form has been adopted in the formula. So if we look at the actual absorption, and this is coming from a study that looked at various forms of curcumin available in the marketplace, and if we specifically looked at the Novasol form, we can see that there is an absorption that is far superior to other forms of curcumin, about 185 times more bioavailable than natural curcumin. I want to draw your attention to another form of curcumin here, which is when it is blended with bioperine, because it also increases the absorption about 20 times. So what we have here in this formulation, I'll come back to that in a second, is that we amplify the absorption of Novasol that is already absorbed much more than just natural curcumin. We further increase its absorption by bioperine, which is a concentrated of piperine, which is this hot component that we have in black pepper. So what we have here, this picture kind of summarizes what we have with Novasol. Just a little bit of Novasol is the equivalent of about 185 times more curcumin in its native form. So it is a much greater absorption. We have bioperine for one reason, is that it boosts the bioavailability of curcumin about 2,000%, so 20 times. So when we look at the overall, also bioperine to mention, we'll come back to that a little bit later, aside from its effect on curcumin, it also increases the absorption of resveratrol. So we'll talk about this a little bit later, but when you take Cunique and then you couple it with resveratrol, then you've got a very, very interesting synergy of these two ingredients, meaning curcumin and resveratrol, but you also have in the background the bioperine that will also increase the absorption of both of these components, meaning the resveratrol and the curcumin. So if we look at what we have with this whole complex here, meaning curcumin concentrated, included into a liposome, coupled with bioperine, here's what we've got. We've got in turmeric about 3% curcumin. So we concentrate this to about 95% curcumin. So which is a concentration of about roughly 33 times. Then we take this form, sorry, not 95, but 98. Now we take this form of curcumin, we turn it into liposomal form, Novasol, and we've got about 185 times more bioavailability. And then we add to this bioperine that has been shown to increase the bioavailability of curcumin about 20 times, which means that if we can make this whole computation, it gives roughly about an increase of about 120,000 times more bioavailable, more absorbed than natural curcumin. Of course, here there's limitation. I'm not telling you that there is 120,000 times more bioavailable, because at some point, you know, you can absorb everything that you took in terms of curcumin, and that's the limit of it. My point here is simply that we have packed in this formulation everything that could be done to really maximize the absorption of curcumin. I doubt that there's any product out there on the marketplace that would provide a higher bioavailability for curcumin. So now let's look at curcumin itself, what it does. As I mentioned before, if you look at a lot of these benefits, so help relieve arthritic pain, help stomach ulcers, I mean, all of those benefits that you see, they're all linked to some extent to its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Even when we talk about the benefits of curcumin for depression, there's a direct link between systemic inflammation and depression. We won't have the time to go into it right now, but understand that the basics for all these benefits is the anti-inflammatory properties of curcumin. Let's look at three more specifically. When we say that it reduces inflammation in the joint, this is through a benefit that is in addition to just its pure anti-inflammatory properties in the test tube. It's what I was referring to before. It does interact into the secretion of very specific cytokines that are involved into inflammation. So it is an additional benefit when we talk about the effects of curcumin on joints. There are benefits also on reducing cholesterol. And again, here, it is a specific effect in the liver on cholesterol, but also in terms of the how could I say, the susceptibility of cholesterol to be subjected to free radicals in your arteries, which we all know is the cause, not the cause, but it is really the culprit with cholesterol. Cholesterol by itself is not a problem. It's when cholesterol gets oxidized that it becomes a problem. Well, curcumin helps prevent the oxidation of cholesterol into the arteries. And the last point, which is very interesting in terms of its support of brain function, curcumin has been associated, because of its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, to cognitive benefits. And more specifically, there's a lot of studies now that are being done with the ability of curcumin to remove microscopic deposits in the brain that are called, I forget the name right now, they're entanglements put into the brain that are typical of what Alzheimer's is. They call them If it comes back, I will tell you. They're a form of plaque in the brain, and it's typical of Alzheimer's. It starts very slowly, early in a person's life, and they accumulate over time. Well, curcumin has been known and shown to be able to help eliminate this accumulation of amyloid plaque that we have in the brain. So again, the demonstration has not been done completely here, but just to say, a lot of research is being done in the use of curcumin to just help maintain brain health as we age. Two other things, its benefits on the arteries and all the cardiovascular system. We talked about its effect on cholesterol, but there's a lot of link through this to overall cardiovascular benefits. But to me, one of the most interesting benefits is with what is called advanced glycation end product. So in a nutshell, what is that? When you have, when you cook, for example, chicken with honey or anything that is sweet, sugar, brown sugar, any kind of type of syrups, there is a process called caramelization. It makes it a very delicious dish. It's when sugar binds through heat, binds through protein. This product or this process that is very good in your dish is not good at all in your body. You do not want to have sugar binding to protein into your bloodstream because it creates what is called glycation end products. And they have been shown to interfere with a lot of different processes in the body. It affects with a lot of your physiology. This is the main consequence of people having diabetes. By having higher level of glucose in the bloodstream, that level of glucose increases the production of these glycation end products, and it leads to a lot of the consequence associated with diabetes. So if we look at just a few of them, this is the story. So you get these advanced glycation end products. They have been associated with problems of the brain, cardiovascular problems, arthritis, cancer. It has been associated with female infertility, male infertility, neuropathy, kidney problems. Everything that you know about the consequence of diabetes over time is because of these glycation end products. If that happens during pregnancy, it also leads to potential problems with the pregnancy itself and with the infant. So I'm not telling you here with all these medical terms that curcumin is going to prevent the development of all of these. All I'm saying here is that if we go back to this slide here, curcumin has been shown to inhibit the formation of these end glycation product, meaning that we're all exposed to glucose. We all developed, or many of us develop over time, elevated blood glucose level, some level of pre-diabetes. So curcumin is something that is good to add every day in our diet to simply boost the ability of the body to keep all of the formation of these products in check. So now let's go to the next big ingredient here, black pepper. So we talked about having bioperine or piperine. Bioperine is the brand. Piperine, which is this hot component of black pepper, it is used in clinique to enhance the absorption of curcumin, but it has benefits of its own. You may have seen on the marketplace a cream that you apply in your joint that will contain black pepper because it does have one characteristics. It dilates capillaries or blood vessels. When you dilate, it increases the size of a blood vessel, you enhance the flow of the blood in these capillaries, which means better delivery of oxygen, better delivery of nutrients, cells, better flushing of these tissues, better cleansing of tissues. There are a lot of benefits that come from increasing blood flow into the fine vasculature. When we look at actual studies, we can see that it helps reduce inflammation, helps support glucose level, and then everything else that is associated here, pain, digestive system, cardiovascular system, with this enhanced circulation into fine blood vessels. Another interesting one, ginger. Essentially, actually, ginger has almost the same benefits through a completely different mechanism of action or different compounds in ginger, but the benefits are very similar to black pepper. It doesn't act by increasing blood flow, but it does have significant anti-inflammatory properties, very much so in joints, but very much so in the digestive system and it also supports good cardiovascular, good blood circulation through the cardiovascular system. And the last one, which is, I think, is very interesting in this formulation. So whomever decided to include cinnamon in this formulation is a very, very good move, given that it was also part of the golden milk, which was the traditional formula in India. But cinnamon here is also helping for inflammation, is also helping for digestion, helping probiotics, antibacterial. But to me, its greatest benefits would all have, just like we should have a little curcumin every day, we should have ginger every day in our diet, we should also have cinnamon every day in our diet, because it provides this sort of background antibacterial effect that suppresses the growth of unfriendly bacteria, helping to develop a terrain, a digestive system that supports the growth of friendly bacteria. So cinnamon is something to have every day in our life. So that essentially, I went through now the main formula Qunique. So it brings you all these benefits. I hope you can appreciate that it is really an outstanding product. We talked before about the synergy between Reserve and Qunique, and it has to do because of curcumin and resveratrol. If you go in the library of the National Institute of Health in America, and you put resveratrol into a search, you will see roughly 14,000 articles showing up, showing various aspects of the documentation of resveratrol on health. If you do the same thing for curcumin, you will get roughly about 17,000 articles that are about curcumin and its health benefits, or various aspects linked to the research of the benefits of curcumin. Now, if you put resveratrol and curcumin, you will get about 1,000 articles that are coming up showing the synergy or the combination of these two ingredients. Now, all these studies are not all about the combination of these ingredients. Sometimes they're tested side by side to see which one would be the best. But if we look at combining two together, we do have very interesting of these studies. So you can read some of them. So curcumin and resveratrol for Alzheimer's. Go through the list here. The combination of curcumin itself has been studied for its health benefits, meaning that the benefit of blending the two is superior to the benefit of just any one of them separately. So when you take Qunique, take resveratrol, or take Reserve with it, this is really an amazing synergy. Now, another part of Qunique, which to me, it's a very impressive product. I wish I was the one who developed this formula. It's very well thought out. We see in this formula that we have ingredients known in Ayurvedic medicine, but also in Chinese medicine, in many medicine of Asia, as being heating elements or cooling elements, yin and yang elements. And you don't want to have too much of one or the other. So if you want something that is very balancing for the body, you want to be able to balance the heating element, the yang, with the yin element, the cooling element. And that formula has exactly this. So we have all the yang element, the heating components, the ginger, the curcumin, the pepper, the cinnamon. We also have in there the mango as the fruit, but all of these are heating. And then we have at the same time blended in there cooling element. We have coconut juice powder, we have monk fruit, which is cooling, aloe, mangosteen powder. So all these elements are cooling. So by blending the two together, we get a very, very balanced product. So again, I know I've said it many times, but the person who developed, the team that developed this product did a very, very good job. Of the product that I know here on the marketplace and in the Jeunesse line, this to me is really a star product. So in my mind, you basically blend Reserve with Qunique and one sachet of Revita Blue, and you've got something here that is bound to bring to the body amazing health benefits. So I'm repeating myself, but let me say it again. To me, Qunique is a formula that I would have liked to develop. It's a wonderful formulation, probably one of the strongest formulation out there in the marketplace, definitely one of the key products in the Jeunesse product line. So anyone who takes every day Qunique, Reserve, and one sachet of Revita Blue, you are bound to see very, very interesting health benefits and to age with health and radiance. So that's what I wanted to share with you. So back to you, McGuire.
Thank you, Christian, for giving us such an amazing insight to Qnique. I believe that everyone is excited to get hands on it now, even myself. I hope I can make some reservations. I would like to have it. Yeah. Now, to review the first lucky draw giveaway, what will you win? We are giving away Qnique to 20 winners, 10 to Singapore and 10 to Malaysia. So what should you do? Just scan on the QR code to register right now. You can see on the screen, right? There's a QR code. Register right now. And 20 winners will walk away with a box of our new product, Qnique. Okay. So next, I'd like to invite this very important person. He has bring over about 12 years of corporate management experience in the direct selling industry with particular focus on Asia Pacific and US regions. Through these global and regional management roles, he has specialized in driving sales and growth in these areas for several well-known MLM company grades, helping them achieve market maturity through the use of careful strategic planning. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please put your hands to welcome our Regional Director of APAC and Africa, Mr. Chris Cooper. Please welcome him.
Hey, hello, greetings, my family in Malaysia, my neighbors in Singapore. I'm really happy to be with you today for this call. So here we are finally, the 5th of November. I've waited so long for this day to launch this product. And I thank Christian for joining us and for everything he's shared so far. Look, I'm so excited about Qnique, and you've heard me speak about it a number of times. We talked about it at Expo. I've done little pre-launches with our leaders in Malaysia, Singapore. Honestly, this product has been 2 years in the making since the concept first arrived, when we looked at local stocks, resources, manufacturers, and then we looked at focus groups, Chinese taste groups, just to get everything right. It's really taken us a long time. So you can imagine how excited I am now to be here at the moment we're actually launching sales, and very soon we'll have physical stock of this product. So this is the event, Malaysia, Singapore launch event, 5th of November. I'm not going to tell you a lot about the product or Qnique because Christian's already done that, but I just want to highlight a few things. Number one, what is this product good for? As you can see here on this slide, you see this circle around the turmeric, the kunyit. I keep saying kunyit in my mind. The question is, what is it not good for? It really does so many things in our bodies that works at the cellular level, to kind of like the stem cells. When we talk about stem cells, and indeed when we talk about resveratrol, like it just does so much in our body. And it's not stories. This is now scientifically proven to help in so many different ways with so many parts of our body, with joints, with systems, with ailments, conditions and organs. It is such an amazing, we use the term superfruit, but I don't know if it applies to a root, but it's a super herb or a super root. So thank you, Christian, for highlighting with us some of that, the importance and also the history. What I love for our region, it covers traditional Chinese medicine. It covers Indian Ayurvedic history. Also in Malaysia, traditional Orang Asli, they've known about this product, this root for such a long time, and its cousins as well, the ginger and galangal, all of these roots from the same, the tuber family. So what is so different about ours? What's so special? Because we're not the only company with a turmeric product, but I can guarantee you ours is the best. We have gone to great lengths to get the #1 most concentrated and most bioavailable form in a rapid delivery system, which is the gel system. Almost everyone else has a tablet. Whenever you see a turmeric on the shelves, it's usually in capsule tablet form. But we have the most bioavailable, with Novasol, which is at least 100 times more bioavailable, added with the bioprene, as Christian mentioned, packaged in a gel for sublingual instant assimilation. As soon as it hits your tongue, goes in your mouth. No one can beat Qnique. So we have the best product on the market. So that's powerful for you as business people, as marketers. But let me tell you what's two of the angles I think are the most important and most powerful. #1, as Christian mentioned, the interplay with science looking at resveratrol and curcumins together. So resveratrol, relatively new. They've been studying it a lot in the last 10 years. Right now on PubMed, there's almost 15,000 studies on resveratrol, but we've known turmeric for a lot longer. We know about curcumin. There's more studies on curcumin than resveratrol. There's almost 18,000 studies on curcumin. But what is really happening quickly and recently is this Venn diagram connection, the two of them, the overlap, the interplay, the synergy connection between resveratrol and curcumin. And that's what I need you to know. That's what I want you to study through your own Googling or Google Scholar, Safari, whatever search tools you use. I want you studying resveratrol and curcumin together to see what we are saying, to look at the interest between these two and the way they work together. Over 1,000 studies specifically on these two to show how they work together. Not only work, but synergy means to enhance, that together they have a more powerful, beneficial end result than each on their own. So that is very true. This next slide, look, when I learned this, I was so excited because from a marketing point of view, Jeunesse, our #1 selling product, is Reserve. For Malaysia and Singapore, it is very true. For both markets, the #1 selling product is Reserve. What if we had another Reserve? And what if we had another product that could bolster Reserve, make Reserve so much stronger, better, with greater efficacy? We now have that. The ingredients in Qunique are clinically proven to boost the bioavailability of resveratrol by more than double, by 229%. So not only do these work great individually, they work great powerfully, and each enhances the other when you take them together. So that's why I'm excited, not only for the business and the sales, but the actual physical benefits and results, the health benefits we're going to be getting ourselves, but also for our teams. We will be seeing amazing testimonials and people reporting amazing physical differences with how they feel, just energy and vitality, but just, you know, overall wellness, but specific conditions that they will start to see results with. So enough selling Qunique from that point of view. Let me talk about the business rewards we have for you this month of November, because we're giving you a lot of extra things on top of the packs to really help you have a smashing month of November. We're going to finish the year strong. First, double rewards. You've already seen it. It was launched the 1st of November, so we've been almost a week running with double rewards. But you need to understand the power of double rewards and how it can help you with our packs, because we have event packs, uni packs. Not only we have sign up packs for new people joining us wanting Qunique, but existing packs for everyone else. I'm not talking about the packs. Keith and CK will talk about those soon, but I want to talk about one aspect of the pack. I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. The packs have RSB. And you say, what is RSB? Retail sales bonus. So double rewards promotion, it already began 1st of November, runs through to the end of the month, 30th of November. Double rewards promotion. What is double rewards? It's an extra reward for increasing sales in your business only for this month of November. It's an incentive for you to help your team to develop and build. We want you recruiting with Qunique. We want you building your current business. We want you recruiting. But additionally, I'm going to give you a number 3. I want you activating or reactivating. There's a lot of people in our businesses in Malaysia and Singapore who joined us, who love Reserve, maybe still just a customer of Reserve, but we can now approach them with this new product, Qunique, and explain to them how it works. So it's a way for you and your team to earn extra cash and close 2021 strong. And it's a great bonus offer to help you boost your Qunique launch pack sales. So remember what I'm talking about now, because it's going to tie in with what CK and Keith talk about with the packs. So how does it work? Double rewards need to be activated, first of all, in order for you to receive the extra RSB. And there's 2 ways to activate it. Number 1, the action, when you enroll 2 new distributors with sign-up packs, you get an extra 50% RSB. Now listen for when they talk about the packs, how much RSB is in the packs. But also, additionally, when you enroll 3 new distributors with sign-up packs, you will double the RSB, double the retail sales bonus. So keep that in mind. Enroll 3 new distributors with the sign-up pack this month of November, and you're going to get double the amount of RSB. So think about that with your recruiting. Now, that also ties in with travel. And this is one of my favorite topics to talk about. We are traveling in 2022. It's going to happen. I've been sick of staying at home. I love Malaysia, but really, I want to get out of Malaysia. I want to get on an airplane, travel somewhere. We're giving you not one, not two, but we're giving 3 travel opportunities in 2022 for our region. The first is Dubai. You know about, I've talked a lot about Dubai. The 6th to the 10th of May, we're going to Dubai. That's already closed. But what is still open is Iceland. Promotion period for Iceland runs until the 31st of January. There's 3 ways to get to Iceland, one of which is accumulating travel points. Now this ties in with what we're doing now. Qunique is launching in packs. The Qunique packs have travel points as well as the RSB, retail sales bonus. When you buy these packs, you get travel points. These travel points are all going to Iceland. So we already have hundreds of people qualified for Iceland. From this month of November, from these packs alone, I reckon we're going to get at least 100 more people qualifying for Iceland. So 3 ways: accumulating travel points, cycle qualification, and director qualification. So that's coming in July. And then in September, we're going to Korea, Seoul, our Disrupt Expo 2022 at Kintex, the Korea International Exhibition Center, or we just call it Kintex Arena in Seoul. So 3 different travel opportunities. The last thing I want to talk about is this slide here, the Ruby and Emerald Director Pool. It's happening, it's launched. You get paid quarterly. It starts now already. So those people who have achieved or will achieve Ruby and Emerald, there's extra thousands of dollars that we will now be paying you as part of this pool. So thank you again, Christian. Thank you everyone for joining the Qunique launch. Listen soon for what CK and Keith will be talking about with the packs. You need to know about the packs and how the power of the packs with the sign up, with the double up and the travel points. It's all happening this month of November. And I'm so glad it's happening with Qunique. I'm so excited about Qunique. Secretly, I've been taking it for months. I love the product and I know you're going to love it too. Not only the taste, but physically what it's going to do for you, but also really what it's going to do for your business in the coming months and years. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the show and see you soon.
Thank you, Mr. Chris Cooper. Since we've heard so much about the curcumin and the benefits, now we'd like to invite 2 traditional specialists to tell us their take on this very special element, curcumin, Western versus Chinese. And of course, first person on the list, she's a medical doctor for the past 30 years and has her own general practice. And she's none other than Dr. Elena. And also, next on the list is a maternal and child health specialist for the past 20 years and have her own healthcare center and have received various entrepreneurial awards. Ladies and gentlemen, she's none other than Iris. So once again, please put your hands to welcome Dr. Elena and Miss Iris. And I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of you guys who have lots of questions to ask Dr. Elena as well as Miss Iris. So before anything, and wow, just talking about them, they are here with me. And of course, we'd like to have our first question to be posted to Dr. Elena. Why does inflammation occur?
Right. Thank you, Mr. Maguire, for the question. Okay, so there's a lot of buzz talk about inflammation nowadays, but what does it actually mean? I'll just briefly explain. Inflammation is our body's way of protecting itself from either infection, illness, mechanical injury, or toxins. Basically, it is our first line of defense. There are 2 types of inflammation, actually. Short-term or acute inflammation and long-term or chronic inflammation. Acute inflammation is the good type, which is the body's normal response when something harmful or irritating affects our body. For example, when we get a cut, a bruise, or a burn injury. This response is also involved in illnesses such as sepsis, when there's when there's bacteria in the blood. When the inflammatory response is short-term, it kickstarts our body's defense system. Hence, it will protect us from further damages and help us to recover faster. Acute inflammation comes on quickly and typically lasts a few days. However, note that it can also be fatal. On the other hand, chronic inflammation is the bad type. And this happens when the inflammation process goes on for too long, lasting for months or even years. Acute inflammation, if not resolved earlier, can also turn into chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is linked with a wide range of diseases, including heart disease, where it plays a major role in the buildup of plaques in the artery wall, a process known as atherosclerosis. And this over time can cause heart attack and stroke. Apart from heart disease, chronic inflammation also correlates with other diseases such as diabetes, obesity, eczema, allergies, digestive problems, Alzheimer's disease, other brain degenerative disease, autoimmune diseases, whereby our body's immune system mistakenly turns on itself, attacking various tissues in the body.
所谓 Dr. Alina 所说的，好像这个发炎哦，真的是对身体很不好。可是发炎呢，就好像一个给我们的这个身体的这个预防的信号，说，哎，有事情发生了。而且 Dr. Alina 有分享的就是有短期跟长期的这个发炎这个问题哦。短期的话呢，来的话呢，几天后就走了，可是要赶紧的去解决它。可是如果是短期的这个发炎不解决它的话呢，会变成长期的话呢，那个就很糟了。所以给我来说，普通人来说呢，我觉得说最好不要发炎了，最好是要身体健康啊，这个是很重要的哈。OK， so 我们的这个 Miss Iris 可以跟我们分享一下，根据这个中医的看法，可以告诉我们呢更多关于这个姜黄素的提取物吗？
姜黄素呢，这个就是说很早之前，在18世纪就已经挖掘出来了。它是一种什么呢？是在这个姜类的那个根茎当中挖掘出来，一个是二酮化合物。这个二酮类化合物，所谓的这个人们的定义是，就是说它是高抗氧化的，然后后来经过科学家们就是一个认定吧，就是它已经就是一个多酚类的化合物。什么是多酚类化合物呢？它就是在我们这个比如说一个生物当种植了之后，它这个成长的过程当中，它要有太阳，它要有风吹雨打，它要有外界的一切干扰，它有一个高抗氧化这么一个能力。这个就是多酚化合物的一个具备的一个功能。所以姜黄素呢，通常呢就是被人们用来高抗氧化的这么一个食物。这个如果要是说这个问题就是说你这个问题今天提出来了，那么也就是说我们在很早，这个它的原产地是在我们的亚洲的南部，求证呢可以说就是说在我们的印度的一本书里面，这个印度的书呢，它叫什么呢？它叫阿育吠陀。这本书里曾经就在18世纪已经在记载的这个姜黄素的存在。那另外呢，也是至今到了已经有2500年了。所以通常现在人们都用来扩张血管啊，或者是来保健的作用，因为它比较符合我们的阴阳调和的这一个元素。后边我们会继续再聊这个，您看看。
So Iris has actually shared this curcumin. It's something very special. I actually didn't know. It's like, wow, discovered in the 18th century and in the usage, and people try to find certain elements and the components of it for all these 2,500 years. So it's something which is really deserving to know what this curcumin is, yeah, and how it can help us. That is something very important, because I heard the way she said, regardless of whether how strong the wind, how hot the sun is, the element is still there. So we need to know more about this, right? So back to Dr. Elena, what can cause inflammation?
Okay, Mr. Maguire, there are a range of factors that can trigger inflammation, chronic inflammation. Predominantly our diet. Our diet plays a very, very important role in the triggering of chronic inflammation. A poor diet consisting of processed food and refined carbs with high sugar intake plays a major contributing factor in the development of chronic inflammatory diseases. I also have to touch a bit on the presence of advanced glycating end products, which are actually harmful compounds which are formed when protein or fat combine with sugar in the bloodstream. Foods that have been exposed to high temperature, such as during grilling, frying, toasting, roasting, tend to be very high in these compounds. And advanced glycating end products have also been shown to cause oxidative stress, which produces more free radicals and inflammation. Smoking is also a very important triggering factor. The harmful effects of smoking are very well known, but it's important to note that smoking tobacco is linked to increased inflammation throughout the body. Other factors like obesity, whereby obesity is an inflammatory trigger on its own, whereby fat cells will react with the immune system to increase more inflammation. Lacking of exercise is also a triggering factor. Excessive stress, either at workplace or home. In our current pandemic scenario, financial stress is also a very, very important stressor and can trigger inflammation too. Poor sleep, late nights, and also exposure to high electromagnetic frequency in our immediate surroundings can also contribute to inflammation.
所以Dr. Elena 所分享的什么东西可以导致到有发炎，其实他有分到几样东西啊。有一样就是关于饮食的，我每次跟那些老人家都说，吃东西要少油、少盐、少糖，不要一直吃去炸去很多油腻的东西是不对的。还有他也是有说的，就是抽烟抽烟也是会导致这个发炎。还有饮食不对还是什么的，就是那些比较肥胖的朋友们要注意一下，压力大很烦压力很大，不够睡啦，好像现在呢，我们的这个情况很多人都是压力大又不够睡所以这些就是很多这种东西会导致到发炎，所以他都分享了，所以我们现在都要回去的就是我们的 Iris，OK。可以 ，Iris 可以跟我们分享，就是这个提取物这个粉和粉末呢有什么区别？
这个粉呢和这个素这个是本质上的区别。比如说，我们现在好多人呢都有一个误解，我举一个简单的例子来说，比较好说明问题。就是说，我们呢有的呢客户呢，他呢肩膀痛完了之后，她的老公就跟她讲。你去吃田七，其实呢，他就认为就是说你血液循环不好。那么田七它是一个热的东西，它可以让你血液循环。他只是说把阴阳的调理的这个道理说出来了，但实际上是错误的概念。这个人们也是一样，就是说现在呢，你比如说我们还有一个客户，他也是那月经不调，或者是他有一个，其实他的身体本来是寒。那么就是说，他呢就可以就是我去买那个，听说那个姜黄粉比较有用。其实market 现在市场上的这个姜黄粉有很多，而且被人们取用的。你比如说像我们煮的咖喱里面，其实它就来源于这个姜黄的这个粉里面的这些姜黄素，来源于姜黄素。所以人们呢就认为我多吃就血液循环。就是这个道理。那么我们再回到来，其实外面市场卖的这些，比如说卖1kg 的这么一袋包装里面，其实它只有3到6%的这个姜黄素，所以呢，它的成分还有它的这个粉，这个是有本质上的区别，它只是占这个它的那个能量是这样子。
Thank you, Iris. I feel that what she explained is many people have actually misunderstood between curcumin and turmeric, because one is the extract and one is just the powder. And of course, turmeric, I think most of us know we always use inside the curry or whatever it is, and so people think that if I have this problem, I take turmeric. That's it. Actually, no, because we are focusing on curcumin, because that is the extract. The essence is all from there. I think it's what she's trying to say is the properties is stronger and more powerful, because you can buy a 1 kg of turmeric, but maybe the goodness of the turmeric is maybe 3 to 6%. So yeah, always go for the extract. That would be better. Yeah. So let's go back to Dr. Elena. So, doctor, can you share with us, does herbal or supplements help on reducing inflammation?
Okay, sure, Mr. Maguire. Well, herbals and supplements contain potent antioxidants. All this can help fight oxidative stress by neutralizing the free radicals and also help to reduce inflammation. But of course, ideally, it would be best to get our nutrients from whole foods as it's more readily available, more bioavailable. Throughout the years, one of the most promising natural anti-inflammatory compound is actually curcumin, such that over the last 25 years, there have been more than 3,000 publications concerning turmeric and curcumin. Curcumin is the most bioactive component of turmeric. It is a potent inhibitor of NF-kappa beta, and it hits every target in the body's chemical chain reaction, which induces inflammation. On top of that, it also works on the same receptor that are targeted by opioids or painkiller medication with zero side effects and are also non-addictive. However, one of the challenges is that curcumin is not readily absorbed. Hence, to increase its bioavailability, some manufacturers have started using the liposomal technology. To understand more, liposomes are basically a layer of fat similar to our own cell walls. When liposomes are wrapped around the curcumin molecules, the curcumin can make it past the harsh acids in the stomach so that more can be absorbed. To sum it up, curcumin is a very, very strong, potent, very, very strong anti-inflammation agent and a very, very potent antioxidant.
Thank you, Dr. Lina. 他所分享的就是说呢，其实好像保健品什么东西呢，当然是对我们身体是非常的重要。可是我们的身体里面要怎么接受呢？而且很多人都说我们吃我们每天所有的蔬菜水果这些，对。可是给我来说重点是刚才 Dr. Elena 分享就是这个 curcumin。这个 curcumin 呢，它可以导致给到很多不同的人都可以接受，身体内都可以接受这个成分所以它也是讲到科学里面有一点东西，所以给我来说，我觉得人类呢现在就是为了这个姜黄素，他们发现姜黄素可以帮助很多人，他们把它的体内呢弄成给我们人类呢所吸收呢更快、更好、更可以达到更好的这个results. Okay, let's back to Iris. Iris 可以跟我们呢分享这个姜黄素的提取物如何为人们带来健康的好处，还有谁应该或者可以服用？
就是在中医上来讲究的是12个经络。那么也就是说呢，这个食品呢和我们进入我们的身体，它达到调和的作用。你比如说我们的寒体，那么它这个是进入我们脾经还有肝经。那么也就是说我们的脾正常了，我们的肝正常了，那么我们的血液循环供血能力就强。肝大家都知道是排毒的，那么脾呢是送给心脏的。那么也就是说你的心脏好了，那么你呢就可以很有 power， 很有力量。那么血液循环好嘛，所以它主要的一个带来的好处就是血液循环。所以一般来讲呢，我们会劝这个客户们，那么也就是说，如果你身体寒，你比如说你在挨空里的空气里的 office 里做工时间很长，那么你身体势必是要凉的。那么也就是说，你喝一些这个姜黄素的东西，比如说咖喱了，它这个就是这些成分在里面的。那么也就是说，多服用一些姜黄素的这些东西，然后对我们身体达到调和的作用。这个是在那个中医上角度。那么另外呢，还有我们一般的来讲呢，有的人呢，在我们新加坡天气比较潮湿，那么每个人呢就是会出现风湿。那么老人也是可能以前营养不够嘛，所以造成了一个现在的器官又不是说有这么大的力量所给予你的全身。那么也就是说，我们除了按摩，我们还有说除了运动之外，那么我们服用一点姜黄素，这样对我们的身体也有好处。那么也就是达到你去风湿的作用。 那另外还有呢，有的人呢就是刚才我们大家也讲了，现在大家的压力都比较大，那么也就是说呢，它可以呢调和你的这个神经紧张的这一个元素，因为它是在中医上来讲，它是属阳的食物。那么阳呢，就是给你一个力量，一个 power， 那就是说它会给你一些很有力量的一个思维。那么也就是谈到这个，就是又很深的地方，我们又到了一个那个交感神经上，所以它会有利于交感神经的兴奋的，所以呢，这个也是对我们有好处，可以改善抑郁症。抑郁症大家都知道，就是现在比较普遍，包括孩子，包括产妇，包括我们一些工作上不顺心的这些群体，那么吃这个姜黄素是很有帮助的。那另外呢，还有一个我刚才说了，因为它入脾经，所以呢对心脏有好处。那么也就是说呢，我们呢可以呢心脏好了，就可以我们的血液循环就好。所以大部分就是对于这些比较我就说到这儿吧，要说还很多这几种。
Thank you, Aris. Well, the way she explained is the curcumin is more like for everybody. Okay, and especially she mentioned something like now the situation is like lots of people are having depression, which is true because of the pandemic. So she says that this curcumin can actually help lots of people who are having depression. And she mentioned something that, you know, it's like the energy of young. Okay. Wow, it seems like after listening to this, I think maybe after taking curcumin, I will look younger because of young inside. Perhaps, I wouldn't know. I think I'm going to start to take that, you know, I try and get my hands on it very soon. So before anything, thank you very much, Dr. Alina and Miss Iris. Thank you so much for being with us to explain more about how this curcumin is. Thank you so much. Take care and see you guys soon. Thank you. Once again, a gentle reminder that we'll be giving away Qnic to 20 winners, okay? 10 to Singapore and 10 to Malaysia. So remember to click on the link in the description box to sign up. Winners will be notified via DMs after the event. Good luck. Amazing product means we must have amazing people with amazing attitude, right? And our Ruby directors will be here to discuss on the new normal and leading entrepreneurship trend. But before anything, have you guys heard about this Plan A and Plan B? Okay, this project manager, she has this Plan A, working 20 years, helping the boss to make his dream come true, completed 145 acres of township. Then she found Plan B in Jeunesse because health is the biggest issue. And you know what happened now? Now Plan B became Plan A. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please put your hands to welcome our lovely moderator, Sapphire Executive of Malaysia, Lily Yap.
Hello, a very good evening to our Jeunesse family. I'm Lily Yap from Malaysia. I'm very excited today as I'm going to moderate a roundtable discussion with 3 superstars, Ruby directors from different parts of the world and came from different backgrounds. The topic for today is New Normal, Leading Entrepreneurship Trend, Jeunesse Work and Ambassador. It's my great privilege to invite our Jeunesse ambassadors with us today. So our first guest, he's from the North, half Thai, half Taiwanese. He's a DJ, VJ meeting controller for 4 years in Thailand entertainment industry, import and export business for 3 years, and real estate for 2 years. Now a global entrepreneur, full-time networker, and work in Jeunesse Global for 7 years. Let's welcome Ryan Tang from Thailand. Sawadee krap.
Sawadee krap. Hello everyone. 大家好.
Wow, I love your smile, Ryan. Okay, and now we go to our second special guest for today. She's a single mom with 3 children and very successful, not only in one profession, but 5 professions. Now she's a very passionate global entrepreneur and a young grandma. Work of Jeunesse Global. So let's welcome Safina T from Malaysia. Hi, Safina.
Hi, Lily. Hi, everyone.
Hello, 你好 Safina. 好开心见到你。
你好。
And our third special guest, he's a regional sales manager in an MNC for more than 14 years. In 2012, when the company went through a restructuring and Eugene has decided to leave his company and venture to be an entrepreneur. Today, he's a global entrepreneur and a work of Jeunesse Global. Let's welcome Eugene's girl from Singapore.
Hi, everyone. This is Eugene. Nice to see all of you here.
Hello, Eugene. Hello. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us today to spend your time with us, and welcome to our roundtable discussion. You are invited for today's special session as you are amazing leaders and have great success on this platform. First, please make yourself comfortable. I have a few questions for you all, each and every one of you. As many of our friends here, they are here to grab some important nuggets from all of you to be implemented in their business and to bring it to the next level like you all. So let me start my first questions. So, well, I do see all of you are very successful and you leave Jeunesse as a Jeunesse Work and Jeunesse Ambassador. So please share with us your background, what you see in Jeunesse as a vehicle for a leading entrepreneurship trend, and what makes you the ambassador here today. We start from North, yeah? So Ryan, shall we start with you?
Yeah, sure. Okay, first of all, it's my honor to be here at the round table for Singapore, Malaysia, Jeunesse University. Okay, and as I remember, I had a super weak immune system. I was allergic to everything around me. My parents, my teacher, everyone around me advised me to exercise, to develop my immune system, make it stronger, you know. This is why I love every sport. And I used to import the Aster VC from the New Zealand by myself. That's the best formula for me at that time. But, you know, everything easier when I had a good opportunity and I had read the research, and finally I got the superfood blend called Reserve. Totally can replace and 100% better than my imported VC. That's the beginning that I fall in love with Jeunesse. And after that, I get in the Zen project because before that, I fight with my own business, you know. I had a super rush life, eating late, skip the meal, no exercise, too much stress, lost focus to take good care of myself, and made me have a super huge belly, you know, and high % of fat. And after that, it's super amazing because Zen made me lose over 9 kilos of fat in 1 month. And that's, at that time, I decided to use our Zen body to build and drive my business. And you know, I love the question from our host, our beautiful host today. What do you see in Jeunesse as a vehicle? Anyone want to answer this question? You can type the question, type the answer at the chat, okay? For me, Jeunesse is like a private jet. It's a world-class vehicle that already aimed the goal for you. You just get in it and use the professional entrepreneur mindset, high energy, action more and more together with this private jet. 1,000,000% lead you to succeed. And you can achieve everything you want, everything you need, especially the Jeunesse lifestyle.
Wow, thank you, Ryan. I love your quote. Jeunesse is a private jet. Wow. So let's ride on it and take you to your destination. Thank you so much, Ryan. That's an awesome one. So next, let's come to Safina. Safina， 所以我看到你在这里哈，好成功，你是我们 Guinness 的 ambassador， 也是一个年轻的婆婆。所以我想你来跟我们讲 brief 我们你的 background， 在这里你看到这个 Guinness 是一个 vehicle， 是怎样呢？
好的，丽丽，谢谢丽丽。Hello， 大家好，很高兴的可以在线上看到来自不同国家的朋友们，你们好。首先自我介绍，我是 Safina， 来自马来西亚。我是一位单亲妈妈，有3个孩子。在这个平台之前呢，我曾经做过5份工。我是一位医学美容顾问，服装设计师、指压按摩师，还有保险100万元做，还有批发美容产品等等。但是这一切都不是我想要的，因为手停口停，所以也这样呢赔上了我的健康。在一个机缘巧合呢，我有一个好朋友，他介绍了这个杰斯的这个公司给我认识。当时呢，我看懂，在这个平台呢，如果我用这个一样的时间付出在这个平台，我是在赚取美金，是等于马币4倍耶。所以那一路走来呢，我已经10年了，我非常感恩。在这里呢，我受益良多，我有能力呢供我3个孩子读大学。很庆幸的，我3个孩子呢现在已经是大学毕业，戴4方帽。再来呢，我很开心的呢，就是我能陪住3个孩子呢去澳大利墨尔本旅游长达16天，而且顺便呢去参加了我儿子的毕业典礼。哇，那时候的那个感觉和喜悦和感动，我真的非笔墨所能形容。当我儿子上台拿这个文凭的时候，我当时是眼泪是流不停的。我到现在想起，我的心都非常好像那种喜悦，哎呀，真的是很难表露出来啊，真的。所以呢，我当时在想，如果当初我没有选择这个平台，我这一切都不会实现。所以呢，我觉得杰斯不只给我健康美丽，当然在这里呢，我也赚到我人生的1桶金。除此之外呢，公司也邀请我去旅游，而且公司交代的是5星级的豪华旅游。我去过了 Mediterranean Cruise、美国、杜拜、泰国、加拿大、希腊等等。让我印象最深刻的就是公司竟然包下全部的那个小游艇，让我们自己驾驶，一面观赏旁边的美丽的风景。哇，真是太棒了！我从来没有想过我可以自己驾这个游艇，然后呢，那感觉超爽超舒服。哇，我很开心很开心。我希望呢，明年呢，我和一般的伙伴呢，可以跟住公司去冰岛旅游诶。哇，真的开心啊！在这里呢，我还可以和一群成功的企业家互相接力，带领我的团队。目前我的团队已来到3万人和20多个国家，不需要靠自己单打独斗。我相信团队每一个人只是付出1%的力，那加起来呢就100%。那一步一脚印呢，把团队建立起来呢，总有一天呢，我一定会达到我的目标，达到我的梦想，最后呢，活出一个精彩的人生。这是我的分享，谢谢大家。
Wow, Safina, 好棒！Let me do some quick translation. So it's really awesome. She has made a right decision and she has dropped her 5 professions in exchange for a global platform here where she has expanded her business to over 20 countries and she has business partners in more than 30,000 partners around the world. And this platform has made her dream come true. She has gone to many, many countries where while she was with the 5 professions, she didn't have a chance to go to those countries. It's a dream holiday for her. So, 恭喜你, Safina. So the next one, we come to Singapore. Eugene, we want to hear from your corporate background as a work for Jeunesse.
All right, thank you very much, Lily, for the introduction. And first of all, I'd like to take this time to thank the Jeunesse Global Management for giving me a chance to share my experience and my background with you. Now, as you have heard what Lily has said, I've been in corporate world for actually 18 years. The last 14 years was with a Swedish company. But what has happened was that this is something that I always believe, and I do not know if any one of you who is listening in right now could agree with me with what I'm going to say next. That if you to continue doing what you have been doing, have you ever wondered where will you be in the next 5 years? Has anyone asked you this question before? And that was the exact same question when I asked myself when the company was going through a restructuring. If I were to take up the restructuring offered by the company, where will I be in the next 5 years? And I was thinking probably at about the same place, right? And 5 years older. So that was the reason why I decided not to take up the restructuring offered by the company and decide to venture into entrepreneurship. Unfortunately, my first venture into entrepreneurship did not work, but I'm forever grateful to my mentors who have brought me into this business over here in Jeunesse. A big shout out to Winston and Jian for sharing with me how you are able to build a global business with this Jeunesse platform. Now, what I saw in this Jeunesse platform was very simple. First of all, you don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to build a global business. It's just a couple of maximum 2,000-3,000. You can run a global business. And where else could you find a business that you have the possibility to drop ship products to more than 145 countries around the world? Every time, if you do start up a business itself, each venture or each subsidiary that you want to open is going to be another hundreds of thousands that you're going to invest. But over here, just with the same initial investment, you can drop ship their products to more than 145 countries around the world. And at the same time, we are constantly having world-class products, cutting-edge technology products by those doctors and scientists that is constantly at the, I would say, definitely in the front of the industries, in the cutting-edge industries, sharing with those products that we have. But actually, what I love most about the Jeunesse platform itself is the possibility of contribution. Contribution, not in terms of charity. This is something that we all are definitely doing. But contribution in terms of having the possibility of empowering your team members, empowering your partners. And it's definitely very in sync with a quote that I saw from Zig Ziglar many, many years ago that says that if you help enough people get what they want, you can have everything you want. When I saw that quote, I was wondering, what business can I do that's able to let me live that quote? And when I saw the Jeunesse platform, I said that this is it. This is exactly what Zig Ziglar says back then. And this is something that I will have the possibility to contribute to others, help people get what they want, and eventually have everything I want. So this is what I have to share with you with Jeunesse. Thank you, Lily.
That's awesome, Eugene. So you found your dream job or your dream career, your dream entrepreneurship, right? This is what they call a turnkey business, a global business. Everything is there for you. And what you do now is just empowering others.
Yes.
And the world is more beautiful. Thank you. That's awesome. Okay, so now we come to our second question. Okay, so Jeunesse has just celebrated our last 12 years, which is a big launch, and yet the biggest launch is yet to come, the next 10 years. That's what our CVO, Scott Lewis, has announced. So I love to hear from 3 of you. What are your suggestions for this to shift the team to the new norm and to be a thriving team for the next 10 years. So we start with Safina, 好吗？
好，丽丽，是的，丽丽，我本身呢太兴奋了。未来的10年呢，我相信杰斯公司呢会再创一次另一个高峰。因为现今的疫情呢，让我深深的领悟，在这个新常态，哪怕不出门，宅在家里呢，也可以通过网络呢连接很多国家一起开会。我建议善用新科技，就好像我们的 Facebook、TikTok、Insta、Telegram， 还有各群组，我们再这样增加我们的人脉，也可以继续扩展我们的生意。团队里其实有一位73岁的伙伴，我非常佩服他。他对电脑呢不是很懂的操作，经过培训呢，目前呢他可以 Master Zoom， 也可以教人，也成功的邀约新人一起上线。那我在马来西亚的管制令10多个月，因我们不能出门，然后呢，我和团队呢就一起成立了一个 Birthday Celebration Club， 哇，非常开心。我们呢一起呢就跟新伙伴啊、旧伙伴啊、家人们呢一起庆祝生日，主要呢是给大家一个难忘的一个生日会。除此之外呢，我觉得就是带给每一个人爱心、关心和温馨，最终呢就是可以感染我们身边的新人加入我们。所以呢，最后呢，我要给爱每一个人啊，这是我的分享，谢谢。
好棒 ，Safina！ 哇，我们简短的 recap 哦，哇，我听到的就是let's embrace the changes, the new norm, and adapt to the changes and everything with the latest technology. And Safina, she has a team member, 73岁哈 age 73. She has already mastered the Zoom, and she is able to even have Zoom class with her partners now. Wow, this is too awesome. And I heard from Safina, 你是有一个 BCC Club 是吗？ Birthday Celebration。 等下我们可以来玩一玩 Birthday Celebration 看怎样的哦。So with that， 你是分享大的给人家 just to spread the love to everybody. This is awesome. 好棒啊 Safina. So, okay, the next one. What about you, Ryan?
Yes, thank you, Lily. You know, I'm very happy now because I just got a mini heart from Malaysia.
They give you more.
Yes. So, you know, this is a super amazing thing because, you know, it's not easy that you can be the partner with a global company that 12 years right now, right? And I'm sure that we can be the #1 of the network marketing company very soon, you know. And one thing that you all must understand and realize is we got the innovative products from our partner, Jeunesse Global, and we own it. So you must share and sell this strong point and let the customers understand why they should use and love our innovative product. And another is be the giver, not the seller, okay? For example, I'm doing the online course. We give the information, we give the knowledges and the technique how to lose fat, not lose weight. We make them believe. And after that, we let them use the right way to get the good body shape forever, okay, forever. After you give more and more, you also learn and know each other more. Then you will see what Jeunesse can fulfill them. Everyone have a dream, hope, or even passion, I'm sure. And that's their goal. You just fulfill them. For me, that's the beginning of the business. It's super easy because you had already feel close. And this is how I create a healthy community. So the question is, what you and your team good at? You just discuss together and choose what you like and start to give what you choose by posting on Facebook, make a new fan page, IG, or any social media, like Safina said, right? Then I am sure that you will know more people who are interested in what you give. More event, more success. I believe that, because when you know more people will bring more partner for sure. And the most important is, this is not only new normal, but our Jeunesse Global is the next normal also. Thank you. This is my sharing.
I love that, Ryan. Not only new normal, the next normal, and Jeunesse will be #1 very soon. As you said, start giving, start sharing, yeah, and make sure everyone knows what's their best and bring it up in social media. Thank you so much, Ryan. That's awesome. Well, Eugene, we'd like to hear from you.
Well, first of all, that was a wonderful question, Lily, especially moving forward with what has happened with this pandemic, with this new normal. But I would like to see this in a different context, that the first 12 years with Jeunesse was the building of the foundation. And that's in every business itself, or even a structured building itself, the foundation is the most important thing. If the foundation is not stable, you won't be able to last long. So that's why I really acknowledge the management group and the entire team to build a strong foundation that we have been having for the past 12 years. Moving forward right now with this new norm, that Zoom seems to be something that all of us are getting used to, Facebook Live, TikTok, YouTube Live, all these are something that we are getting used to. But at the same time, I would like to invite each and every one of us to not forget the old thing that works. The old things like the events, right? The Jeunesse University, the Discover Jeunesse, the Expo. How many of you are looking forward to the next Expo? The live physical expo? I am. I definitely am.
Me too.
But the thing is this, okay, that is something that works. But moving forward, especially with the new norm, what we can use with all the Zoom, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, all social media platforms that we have to build connections. Once we start to build the connections, and the time when the world opens again for us to have our live events, that is when you are able to have the physical meetup with all the connections that you're building all this while. So it's a combination of both what has been working for us previously with all the live events, and then right now using this new norm with this new technology, not new technology, but using the social media to build the connections. So it's both a combination of both the new and old. And that's when a connection with people that you do not know around the world. And when events happens, physical events happens, and you are meeting up, that is where entire dream, or I believe it's a dream of everyone, to build a global business will come true.
Wow.
So this is my sharing with all of you.
Wow, Eugene. Now I really agree with you. We need a combination of the old, because we built the foundation since then. And that's where you need physical meetings and everything. But now where many countries are still in lockdown, you need to be connected. Like now I can see you all without the mask. I can see you're smiling, so you can feel so warm, you see. And that's why Ryan said can see the hearts from Malaysia, from Safina, from everybody. We can see, we can feel connected. But as you said, once the borders are open, we are all really connected, the physical. Yes, we all do miss all the physical events. That's where we all really can be touched. Oh, that's awesome. Well, so I think we still have some time. Let me check with you. I need some tips for you all for everybody here today. So a tip from you all. So we start with you, Eugene.
Sure, thank you very much. I would say that it's something that probably most of us know, but sometimes that we just forget about it and we just need a reminder. The most important word for me in my dictionary is attitude. Okay, attitude. Yeah. Because I firmly believe this. How you do anything is how you do everything. This is something that I learned from one of those masters out there that shared this. And it really makes a lot of sense. So, but at this juncture right now, why I say attitude is the most important thing, it happens also for a reason. Now, I would like each and every one of you who is listening in right now to list down A to Z, the alphabet, okay? A being 1, B being 2, C being 3, D being 4, E being 5, all the way down to Z, which is 26. Okay, I want all of you to do that.
Okay, I'm done.
Then after that, you write down the letters A, T, T, I, T, U, D, E. And then after that, let's say, for example, A, the letter A will be 1, the letter T will be 20, the letter T will be 20, I is 9, T is 20, all the way until completion of the spelling of the word attitude.
I have got
now,
it.
Add all up together.
Wow.
What does it show? Lily, what's that?
100.
100, right? Now, is it by coincidence
Oh,
that when you added up the letters together is 100?
Wow, yes.
Anything
so everybody
else,
got 100, right? Ryan, Sabina?
Attitude is so far the only word that I see is 100. So that's why I would say that attitude defines how you are going to succeed in the business. So if you are going to treat this like a business, it will pay you. But if you're going to treat this like a hobby, it's going to cost you. Okay, so that's my sharing for all of you.
Awesome, 100% attitude when you're in the business. Wow, Eugene, that's a good takeaway. So 下一位 Safina， 送你什么 special tips 给我们线上的朋友呢？
是的，丽丽，我有 special tip 给线上的朋友呢，很简单，勇敢改变和接受挑战，正能量满满，感染每一个人。谢谢。
Wow, 勇敢改变。So be brave to face the challenge, right? And take action. Yes, and be unstoppable. Wow, 太棒了 Safina. Well, Ryan, I'd love to hear from you. And before that, I'd like to ask you something. So we need a more creative way for you to bring out after you share with us your tips, yeah? So maybe we can do something different. Okay, so Ryan, we want to hear from you.
Okay, I love the attitude from Eugene and the positive power from Safina, okay? And I'm sure that many people talk about, I am the product lover, right? Who's the product lover? Raise your hand. But you know what, I need to let you know that you can be more than that. You all are the brand ambassador, okay? Once you know these are your own products, you use the entrepreneurial mindset to create the marketing strategy by using yourself to be not only the presenter, but as an ambassador, reflect the brand through yourself. So the more you action, the more you will see the results and show up your power. Let people feel that power and they will say, I should do that too. Okay, so the special TIP tip today is let our innovative products lead you all to Iceland. Who ready? Who ready? Who really want to go with us? Raise your hand. Okay.
Yes, me.
Yeah, I'm ready because I had over 4 travel points now and I had already prepared my luggage. 2 big luggage here.
Wow, you're so fast, Ryan.
Yeah. And I hope I can see you all there for sure, okay?
Yes.
So
Yes.
you just choose one of our product first. For me, it's Zen Body, as I said, and find out all the information and fall in love with it and chat it. Create the marketing strategy, be the creator, and upgrade yourself to be the influencer. Use your talent, okay? And tie yourself and crystal clear branding to the online digital world. After that, I am sure that the yes innovative product will bring you more different customers. And that's how we get more CV and also the travel point. Thank you.
Wow, that's too awesome, Ryan. Not only fall in love with the product, be the product, and let's go to Iceland, everyone. So just now I just see that Eugene, Safina, everyone is going to Iceland with you, okay? Not only you alone, everyone. So I think all of us can do another round table talk in Iceland.
Sure.
Wow, that's great. And Ryan, we want something else. That is very good. We want something more from you. About the energy. Just now you mentioned about the energy.
Our high energy. We must go high. How about we dance together? Okay.
Really? You have to teach us how to dance?
Shall we dance? Are you ready? Are you guys ready?
Yes, we are in.
Yes.
Yeah, new entrepreneurs, very sporting. So let's start.
Let's start it. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on.
Last one. Remix. DB, Diaz Brothers, Flow Rider, Whole Boy, Live a Lot, DJ Laz. I wanna see you move, shake, now drop what your mama said. Move, shake, now drop what your daddy said. Move, shake, now drop what your sister said. Move, shake, now drop, Whole Boy. I wanna see you move and shake it, drop it, shout it. The mama got the body on her slim waist, that upper bottom she got it look good all in my face. I like when they lose, but you don't get abused. DJ Last got her on them juice, she bringing it back, blow around the give it the stacks. I gotta give it the cash, then what she doing to ask me if I think shorty fine. Damn right, I'm about to lose my mind. So stacked, know how to make that body wine grind. I wanna press rewind, now give it to me one time, give it to me 2 times. Go round, I must say I like when them breathe. Get Lucy low to the flow in them jeans. Hey baby, take over these baby breathe. When I'm in the club with DJ Laz. I wanna see you move, shake, now drop what your mama said. Move, shake, now drop what your daddy.
Wow, this is fun. How about you guys? Y'all love it?
Yes.
Woo!
Oh, really love this, Ryan. Thank you so much. We'll all do another dance in Iceland.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, thank you so much to all of you. You're really Genius World, Genius Ambassador. I do see all of you live Genius. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Stay safe. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Sorry, I forgot I'm in the show. I'm so sorry, but before anything, I'm so into their dance. It's so catchy. Okay, thank you, Ruby, directors, and Lily for the amazing roundtable discussion. Before we move on to our next speaker, it's time to reveal our second lucky draw giveaway, and 2 lucky draw winners, one from Singapore and one from Malaysia, will stand a chance to walk away with the Disrupt Expo 2022 shopping spree cash. And how much is it? 250 USD. So scan the QR code on the screen to register now. Yeah. And right now, I guess, you know, with Jeunesse, there are so many things is, you know, going on trend and everything. I hope that everyone is feeling hyped up now. And because we have a next speaker, you know, her story is very similar to most of us, you know, and she's one person from building local to global. How? What's the story like? You know, prior to joining Jeunesse, okay, she was a very successful importer and exporter, okay, and the business was doing well. In fact, when her friends was telling her, you know, to join Jeunesse, you know, she was like, some of us said, not interested. But to prevent her friends from asking, you know, and she just joined Jeunesse. Just join her. Just join without much thought, okay? But further down the year, the US economy continued to slump. Businesses became harder to maintain, and she felt the pressure of the economy downturn and health problems occurred, and this happened to most of us, in fact. So in the midst of a difficult period, she unexpectedly, you know, she received the first USD $8 check from Jeunesse. So, you know, having to come to know that and understand Jeunesse better, you're like, hey, why got $8? So she decided to focus on Jeunesse platform. And you know what? Now she's earning 5 figures each week in USD, which far exceeds her import and export trade years, living, okay, the life as she wants, happy and carefree. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please put your hands to welcome this one nice lady from building local to global, our double diamond from USA, Miss Helen Chang. Please welcome her.
全球的杰斯家人们，大家好！时间真快，转眼1年1度的新加坡马来西亚大学又到来了。首先，非常感谢行政团队的邀请，很荣幸我能在这里与大家分享。今天分享的题目是如何把生意从本地做到全球。题目有点大啊。所以我还是跟大家分享一下我在杰斯11年的最初认知和中间思维的改变到后来的结果啊。进入杰斯之前呢，是做进出口国际服装生意的。在10几年的生意中呢，我一直有个小心愿，就是如何能把我的生意做到洛杉矶以外的地方。很遗憾，就是一直没能实现。大家都知道，传统生意呢是靠财力、物力、人力的实力，否则的话，很多事情难以如愿以偿。就在我疲惫无奈的时候，11年前，我遇见了杰斯。最初呢，我也只是一个使用者，对杰斯的商业模式呢，完全不了解，看不懂，说真话也没看上。不过好在我没有放弃啊！我在这里要跟大家说一句是，任何新的东西或者商机，不要轻易放弃，要去接触它，了解它，你才有可能把握住机会。所以在产品使用过程中呢，因为产品的给力，朋友呢看到我的变化呢，也来了解和开始使用。就这样，我很快收到了一张支票，虽然支票额度不大，但却吸引了我极大的好奇心。经过仔细研究和学习呢，发现这是一个平台生意、系统创业、新的赚钱模式。我就便开始认真学习了解，参加各种会议，也把握可以学习的各种机会。那么经过了解之后，觉得这是太好的事情了，就努力大胆的把产品及创业机会呢跟别人分享。可想而知，分享的过程中挫折多过成功。可是我没有畏惧，也没有放弃，因为想到我以往的生意呢，是用所有的投资和投入，还有投风险、投健康，生意不也是遭到重挫吗？我还不是一做就是10几年，即使这样，我也没有停下来啊，停下来就没有收入。所以在两者比较起来，这又算什么挫折呢？也正是因为我有了这种内心深处的认知改变，我不断的努力付出，坚定信念，也就是这样，才有了今天的华丽转身，并且使我深深的感受到，杰斯是一个可以让快乐、健康、财富并存的事业，同时它也完全颠覆了我以往的传统生意的创业致富理念。我的思维在认知之后的改变呢，随着市场的变化在不断的升级，我也由消费者彻底转型成了投资者，由本地参加各种会议，推广扩展到全球世界各个地方，哪里有会就去哪里，哪里有潜在的合伙人就陪他们去跑市场。在这个过程中确实很辛苦，但是我觉得和传统生意比起来有很多的不一样，有快乐更有成长。我乐不思蜀的竭尽了全力，就这样与同伴们一起努力，借力平台。很快我们的团队呢 也就拥有了大约几十个国家的全球生意。记得曾经一位清朝的红顶商人胡雪岩曾说过，做生意呢，最重要的是看眼光。你有一线的眼光呢，就做了一线的生意；有一省的眼光，就做一省的生意；有一国的呢，就做一国。当然，你有全球的眼光，就必定做全球生意。我们今天就是一个你刚刚进来就可以有机会做全球生意的一个了不起的平台。虽然我当初是在漫不经心地走进杰斯，但当我的思维升级更新之后，我的努力也更加不放松，跟随时代的脚步，在杰斯新创业模式的平台上收获了意想不到的结果。杰斯成为了我一生的祝福。杰斯不仅让我实现了曾经的梦想，更让我在这不断的放大我的梦想。在12年前，杰斯的诞生就为我们这些有梦的人、有全球眼光生意的人搭建了如此了不起的平台。杰斯它是一个6网合一，做到了全球1张网的现代平台公司。它承载着全球行政的运营，包括了物流、金流、平台维护等服务，拥有 YES 内外服用的细胞优化产品，带给人们的优质健康生活，并且产品极具核心竞争力。伙伴们，一个先进的平台，优质的高科技产品会带给你极大的创业优势。抓住它，你就一定会同它一起走向成功。当下，网络已成为我们生活的必须，网络平台必将引领未来。在全球互联环境下，更多的潜在客户也将从有限的地域空间，不断的在扩展自己消费区域，进行消费购买，如电商、淘宝等。杰斯公司正是这样的一个世界商业的地图，商机无限。如果你现在借用好多元化的自媒体，宣传公司的产品及平台的魅力，你将吸引很多的爱用者及创业者。爱用者将可以成为你平台消费的客户，而创业者呢，可以与你成为创业联盟。你也会很快成为全球生意的经营管理者。我们都知道，现在一部手机可以让我们完成所有的事情。在杰斯里，你带着一部手机跟着你走，你就可以随时做到全球的生意。伙伴们，这是一个时代的变革。11年前我们加盟的时候，无论从产品、平台或是人们的认知，都没有现在这么成熟。可我们凭借着一种信念，凭着一种执念，凭着一股热情，凭着一种相信，创造了我们今天自己都不敢想的可能。我们从起点不断跟随时代的变化，与公司共成长、共发展。今天的你们正在天时地利人和的时期，走在了一个趋于成熟的公司。杰斯平台成熟及不断的更新，产品稳定及不断的发展，保证着公司稳定向前。公司已在全球建立了拥有100个以上的国家网络平台。12年，在市场发展的众多成功创业者们可以成为我们学习的教科书。想把生意做得好，做到全球一定不难，只要你把心打开，一切都会实现的。今天的你们和我们不一样，具备了绝对的天时地利人和的时代。伙伴们，在后疫情时代，人们的创业潮已经由传统改为 首选的轻资产，人们把投资聚焦在平台创业，而平台的正确选择也是非常尤为重要的。选择比努力很重要，否则会浪费你更多的时间。如果为健康买单又带来商机，那真是打着灯笼难找的好事啊！杰斯正是带给你年轻、美丽、健康、财富、幸福生活的平台。让我们借势借力，将你所了解的健康新理念科普给更多人，不断重复看起来简单的分享，你天天做，月月做，时时做，把它当做你的一种生活习惯，你就一定会成功。当下各种大型的国际公司、酒店都在采用聘请专业经理人制度。我认为杰斯就是国际品牌的大公司，它提供给所有人机会，没有聘用条件，自愿加盟，可由消费者转成经营者，转成专业经理人或 CEO 级股东，那就看你想要什么。而这种分配机制呢，远超过聘用的专业经理人的收入，因为被动收入永远大于固定收入。在这个平台上，无论你想要成为什么样的人，只要经过努力，你就一定会实现的。无论中间有什么样的挫折发生，坚持是你必须要走的路。蚕蛹觉醒成了蝶，鲲鱼觉醒成了鹏。当人觉醒的时候，就更能把握住契机，成就梦想。杰斯是梦想与现实的完美融合。最后，我借用全球策略总裁斯卡尔·路易斯的一句话作为结尾：杰斯是一场运动。是的，伙伴们，大健康产业势不可挡，让健康快乐洒满人间。谢谢。
Thank you, Helen, for sharing. Now let's welcome our GM of Singapore, CK Leong, to tell us about Jeunesse University's event package for Singapore.
Thank you, Maguire, and welcome back to the university. And today I'm so excited that we're going to offer an event package and a sign-up package for this university. For Singapore, we are offering Singapore dollars $891 for 200 CV. We're giving away 100 bonus credit to buyer and 10 travel points to buyer as well. For the product mix, we will offer 1 boxes of Reserve, 1 boxes of Revider Blue, 2 boxes of Nana drinks, and more importantly, 12 boxes of a new product, Tunics. For the sign-up package, everything will remain the same, and we will give away 100 retail sales bonus to sponsor, 10 travel points to sponsor. The promotion will run from 5th November all the way to 1st December. And I'm going to take this opportunity to thank all the audience that are actually joining this event. And I really think that we have all the good speakers that line up, and they are all very seniors, and they are giving a lot of good suggestions in your business building. And I wish that you learn a lot of things from them. With this, I'm going to hand over my time to our next GM, Kay from Malaysia. Thank you so much, and CK, thank you.
Thank you, CK Leong, for the event package updates for Singapore. Now, let's welcome our GM of Malaysia, Keith Tang, to tell us about Jeunesse University's event package for Malaysia.
Hello, Jeunesse family. I hope everyone is doing well. And I seriously miss each and every one of you so much, because we haven't had physical events for so long, like almost 2 years. All right. So today is another big event for Jeunesse Malaysia and Singapore. I got so excited because finally Tunics is officially launched in Malaysia, and now everyone can get their hands on this amazing product. All right. So before I go further to announce the packages, I would like to take the opportunity to thank Chris and all the other colleagues of mine in headquarters, for working so hard and to make this happen for all of us before we close out the year. Okay, basically it's a long process, we have spent like almost 2 years, like I said earlier. So me and my team have been working day and night just to make sure that we can bring this new product to all of you. All right, so without further ado, let's take a look at the event packages that we have prepared for all of you. All right, so first I'm going to talk about a sign up package. Okay, we are offering this package at 2,700 ringgit, and it comes with 12 boxes of Unique, 1 box of Reserve, 1 box of Revital Blue, and 1 bag of Zenfuse Vanilla Bliss. Okay, so this package comes with 200 CV and also 10 travel points, which we are going to use it for the Iceland trip. All right, so this is for the new members who wants to join this business, Jonas, and then you can actually purchase a sign-up package. Or for the existing member, you can promote this package when you enroll all the new members. All right, so what about the existing member? Let's take a look at the event package for the existing member. Okay, we are offering this at 2,700 ringgit as well. So it comes with 12 boxes of Unique, 1 box of Reserve, 1 box of Revital Blue, and 1 bag of Zenfuse Vanilla Bliss. Okay, this package also comes with 200 CV and then 10 travel points to the buyer. Okay, so of course, there's also 100 bonus credit to you as the buyer as well. Okay, so these 2 packages are made available in the back office. Of course, if you want to go for sign-up pack, then it has to go to the other side. All right, so if you want to go for existing member pack, then you have to go to the package category, event package category. All right, so this is a special note and remarks to all the members because I want to state this clearly before I end my presentations. All right, so you can actually place order today, but the products will be delivered to you at a later stage. All right, means the products will be delivered to you at another time, not immediately. Okay, why? Okay, so the reasons why we do the launch today but without a physical product is because we want to make sure there's no more delay for this launch event. And we also want to make sure all of you leverage well on the other promotions that we are currently running. Do you remember what promotions that we are running at the moment? You are right, the double rewards. Okay, the double rewards. Okay, this promotions is offered to all of you, and then you actually get a chance to earn additional 50% bonus if you enroll 2 people or you enroll more than 3. Okay, then you stand a chance to earn double bonus. So now you can also leverage on these promotions in conjunctions with the Jonas University event package and sign-up package as well. Okay, so while you are promoting the sign-up package to recruit people, okay, you stand a chance to earn 50% more or double bonus of the normal retail sales bonus that is going to pay to you. All right, so we want to do this all together in 1 month in November to make sure that you enjoy the benefits, you grab the opportunity to promote the promotions all together with the Jonas University package. That's why we have decided to do the event pack launch today. All right, so wait no more, place your order and expect the delivery to be done later on. All right, so I hope all of you enjoy today's event. Make sure you place order, get the new products, bring home the products, try it, taste it, and let me know how you feel about the Unique. All right, so I hope to see you soon and thank you so much.
Thank you, Keith Tang, for the event package updates for Malaysia. Next up, I believe that you guys, will keep on asking yourself, why Unique? What is Unique? What is Unique? After you know all this, right, you want to know how to get this working, right? So before anything, I'd like to invite a very, this person, honestly, when I know him, is someone close to my heart. He's a good friend of mine. He's from Singapore, just like me. Only thing that he's a father of 3 lovely daughters. Humble beginnings, school dropout, just like me, don't study hard, okay? But he ended up in prison. But against all odds, he has become a top real estate agent in Singapore and he sold more than 80 million in properties in his first year. And he's also a very passionate real estate trainer with over 2,000 students and generated more than 80 million USD in e-commerce sales. Come to think about this, he knows the how. He trained more people to do the how, right? And now he travels the world to help inspire and empower entrepreneurs to believe in themselves that no matter where they are, there's still a way to progress forward. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands to welcome also a good friend of mine, a diamond director from Singapore, Winston Young. Please welcome him.
Hey everyone, and welcome every one of you to Jeunesse University 2021. So today you're in for a treat. I'm going to be sharing you guys something really exciting that's going to help you guys maximize this current period. All right. So my name is Winston. I'm actually from Singapore. I'm a diamond director. And it's my honor for me to share with you guys today, how do you do the 90-day run with the packs and promotions? Now, I know there are many of you here who are new, so I'd like to share with you the first thing before you go out to start the business. And I can tell you, I've made millions with Jeunesse. So if you've made so much money with Jeunesse, it's only proof that what you are doing is actually creating value for the marketplace, right? That's why Jeunesse is a billion-dollar company. So Albert Einstein said this: try not to become a man of success. Don't look for success, but a man of value. So every time you go out there and share the business or the what is the value that it is that will improve their life, that is what you want. What is the value of the product that will improve their life? That's what you want to communicate, not the success, all right, that you should be looking for. So look around at how people want to get more in life than they put in. A man of value will give more than he received. So be creative, right? But make sure what you create is not a curse to mankind, according to Albert Einstein. So none of our products are cursed. They're all a blessing, right? And Charles Koch also said, to do meaningful work is to contribute, to create value in a society. Now, a lot of people think that meaningful work means charity. No, meaningful work means that whatever that you're going out there to share with people, it creates meaning for people. And Jordan Belfort is actually one of the, the Wolf of Wall Street guy, right? He said the easiest way to make money is create something such value that everybody wants and go out, and everybody wants. Yeah, so go out and give and create value, all right? And money. I'm going to show you guys what do I mean by communicating value later on, okay? So there are 3 steps. For those who are new, there are 3 steps for you to do this over 90 days. You can do this over and over again next 90 days. The first is learning how to find good soil and plant good seed. All right. So a lot of things in life, for thousands of years, all right, in life, you can see many analogies that are similar to what thousands of years ago sages have used. Even in nature, you can learn a lot of things from nature. So in nature, when you want to harvest, get customers, the first thing you want to do is to find good soil. Right. And what I mean by find good soil, now you can't plant any seed on any soil because some soils are depleted of nutrients. So therefore, no matter how you plant the seed, how much you water, it will not grow, right? So when I say finding good soil, it means finding the right community or the right target audience. Okay. And then plant good seed. All right. So make sure the seed that you plant is good. If not, it will not harvest, right? So plant good seed means that you have a good initial connection with the person. So build connection. I'm going to talk about that later on. And I'm going to talk about how to cultivate your seeds. Okay. Now, you need to build good relationships, give first without expectation. So how do you cultivate the seeds in a community? All right. Then last, how do you harvest? How do you send them to someone who's more experienced than you to help you present the business? All right. So you don't have to be presenting this. Imagine this. You can go out to the field to harvest, right? Using a stick, all right, and using your bare hands, or you can use a machine. What do you prefer? A machine, that's right. So if you have any events that you can leverage on right now that is presented by someone who's already experienced, that is a machine that you should be using, all right, because it's proven. All right, so find good soil. So even Philip Kotler, who's a marketing expert, right, says this: there's only one winning strategy. Okay, and that is to carefully define the target. So you need to know who your target, you need to find where the good soil is and direct a superior offering to that target market. And I want to show you how to direct a superior offering to the target market. Okay, now a true community is not just about being geographically close to someone. Now, a lot of us think that community must be physically close to someone, or even like inside a Facebook group. All right, no, it's the community you are looking for is It's about feeling connected and responsible for what happens to humanity is our ultimate community. So inside the community, if you see everyone helping each other inside, that is a great community. Okay, so there's a lot of interaction among each other, not mass spamming, those kind of group. Those groups are not the right community. Okay, so because it's not community, it's everybody trying to, you know, promote their own stuff. There's no community conversation. All right, so find the right community. Find a community online that you go inside a Facebook group or people who are in following a very famous person, and you can see a lot of comments, a lot of interaction. All right, so find community that care about health. It doesn't always have to be online internet, right? It can also be offline. All right, of course, offline right now is a bit difficult, right, with COVID, but you can do it online as well, right? Find community online. There are thousands of community online. Discord, there's a lot of Discord chat. There's a lot of Telegram chat, all right, as well. All right, so care about finances, care about health. So plant good seed. You know, succeeding in business is all about making connection. That's it. Richard Branson says. So make the good connection. But how do you connect, right? You connect by building rapport, because rapport is be able to make the person feel that you understand that person, all right? That you understand, you are able to enter their world, you understand that person. Find out what's going through in their life right now. You know, find out what's going through. If you want to build rapport, find out what is happening in their life right now. How they've been, how they're feeling, what they're busy with, what's exciting them these days. That's the first thing you want to do. Like what's keeping them busy these days? What's exciting? What's their life like right now? All right. How's, you know, and you can talk to foreigners, asking how's it like right now with COVID situation in your country, right? So how does it affect your life? You know, so how do you guys go to school? Is school still, you know, you want to find out what's happening around their lifestyle first. That will help you to build rapport with that person. And that's very simple to do. Okay. Then, of course, you can also build connections by commenting on other people's posts. So you find someone who's inside a community and you can go to their profile, right, and comment on them to build connections. So once you leave a genuinely nice comment, the person reply back, you can start talking to the person already. It's easy, all right? So if you want to cultivate, the second step is to cultivate your seed or soil, you know, by watering, you know, putting fertilizer, okay, right? So you do that by adding value to others. Okay, you must give value. So what do I mean by giving value? How do you give value to sell your products? Now, for example, giving value can be in a few ways. Okay, I'm going to talk about that in a while. When you live your life in alignment with purpose that's centered on adding value to people, opportunities become abundant and your life will become fulfilled. That's right. Go out and add value. Do you know YouTubers? Why people who become YouTubers are famous? Because they give more than they take. And you know what? The moment you can give, people start to see you, right, as someone valuable. Let me repeat this again. This is very simple, very important, okay? The moment you start to give information, you give things that help people, give advice, do a YouTube video that tells people how knowledge that they don't know that is going to be helpful for them. Let's share knowledge. The more knowledge you share, the more opportunities you invite. Why do I say opportunities open up? Let's say you do a YouTube video and there are 1,000 views. Out of 1,000 views, maybe 10 people become your fans. 10 people come and make connections with you. 10 people would be interested in what you are, what you're offering or what you want to say. So go out and add value to people. The moment you add value, people want to hear more from you, right? Remember, so everywhere I go, right, I will meet up with friends. I will try to add value to them first. Why? Because that will make them want to hear more from you. So if you want people to hear more from you, then you got to give more knowledge and give more to people, help more people out there, and they want to be around you. They want to hear what you have to say. All right. So if you want the ability to make people want to hear what you have to say, then you got to give. All right. So you can create rapport, building activities like asking questions in a group. Like ask questions. How many of you here use, right now we have a new product called Qnic, right? And it's based on turmeric. Then you go into groups, health groups. Anyone here use turmeric or anybody use curcumin? Anybody knows what's the benefits of curcumin? You know, ask all these questions, even though you know the answer, ask all these questions because then you invite people to participate. That helps you to start creating conversations and build rapport, right? Ask questions like, you're in a sports group. How often do you do push-ups every day? How often do you run every day? How long do you normally run? How far do you normally run? Like, what's a good routine? What's a good routine to eat healthy food? Or like, Anyone you know the difference between food and supplement, right? So you can ask question. So give value, right? Sometimes you ask the question, you can also answer it in the group and say, oh, based on my research, this one I want to share, but I also want to hear, everyone else's opinion as well. All right. And answer other people's questions inside. Okay. That's how you build rapport. So how do you convert to invite someone? So once you build rapport with the person already, the person want to hear more, you add a lot of value and people want to hear more from you. You find out more about them already. How do you know? How do you invite them? Okay. So first of all, what you have done is to get closer to them, than ever to your customers. You want to get as close to them as possible, so you know what's happening in their life. So there is no way for you to invite if you cannot get close to them. Steve Jobs said this before he died, all right? Very important. Get close, so close that you can tell them what they need well before they realize themselves. So how do you tell them what they need before they even realize they need it, right? For example, if someone is really taking turmeric, all right, so well before they need it, before they need the turmeric, and I said, you know that the active ingredient in turmeric is not turmeric. Actually, turmeric is healthy, but turmeric is not the one that can help cancer. It's the ingredient inside turmeric, and it's very little only. It's called curcumin. All right, so I'm telling them something they do not know. All right, and they will eventually realize it. Eventually, they realize that the active ingredient is curcumin. And then what they do not know is curcumin inside absorption is very low, right? Bioavailability is very low. So do they know that? They don't know that. So when I share all this thing where they know, then they realize that, so how can I get curcumin that's high bioavailability? See, now you have sold them already. So if they say yes, then you can invite them to a talk, right? So tell them what they need. So what they need is not just food and drugs for health, but educate them, share reason why they don't need, why food and drugs is not good enough. Why you need to take proven natural compounds that really heal, right? What they need is not just extra income, but extra passive income. Why extra income? A lot of people are, driving part-time Grab to make extra income, but that Grab doesn't turn to passive income. They should be focused on creating passive income, right? So help them understand the difference between normal extra income and passive income, all right? And what they need is not just a job, but income that makes a difference, right? Tell people that, you shouldn't be working a job 9 to 5 just so that you need money. You should be trying to make income that actually can make a difference to people's lives. And because if you're making income that can make a difference to people's life, you would definitely want to be able to, to add more value to people, right? To do more, all right? So I'm going to talk about 2 benefits, okay? Why not you, okay? So first of all, double rewards right now. I don't have to mention this because we've already mentioned before. You're going to get just for 3 extra people. Yeah, so double bonus. So go out there and share people, right now and why it benefits them. Now, you know that what we have, no one has in the world. To say that our unique is 185 times of the normal curcumin bioavailability is understatement. Why? Because not only is our vegan free, so you have vegan friends, soy free, anybody sensitive to soy, no worries, right? And it goes, strong clinical research. In fact, one of the ways you can market is show all the research. There are 16,000 research, okay? Later I'll explain to you why, okay? Lactose intolerant, anyone who's lactose intolerant right now, all right, go to them, all right? And low calorie as well. So turmeric, the reason, I don't want to tell you this, but it is over 20% of people in US are already taking some form of a curcumin supplement. That means that it is a huge market, and US is the largest market in 2020. And Google Trends shows that the number of people Googling on Google for curcumin has increased 400% from 2009 to 2020. So very strong. Okay, not only as ours using Novasoy, because 185 times more bioavailability curcumin, we are also adding in bioperine, which increases it another 20-fold. So to say 185 times more is an understatement because we have added bioperine, which no one else has that. So by right, 1 therapeutic dose of Qnic, 1 packet, is the benefits of more than 100 kg of turmeric. All right, more than 100 kg of turmeric of benefits. Okay. So there are these 12 benefits here. I'm not going to. So how do you market right now? So you go out there, share with somebody a tip on how to slim. Okay. Share with them a tip on how to slim. And if they all like, then you share with those people who like your post that they can take turmeric, helps you to lose weight. Do you know that? Right? And then from there, you can invite them. If they say, wow, thank you, you say, can I invite you to a talk about turmeric? If you see someone go to immune system, right? Go in there and give some tip about immune system, like how your immune system work. Why do people get poor immune system, right? Ask them questions about immune system, like what do you think causes immune system to what do you think causes rheumatism, right? What do you think causes cancer? What do you think causes arthritis? Ask them questions, and then they answer, and then you answer yourself. Well, from my realization is actually inflammation. And inflammation is caused by blah, blah, blah. So thank you for everybody for sharing your point of view. I did some research, and I just want to add this extra point of view to see if it's, it's something like that as well, right? So, and then you can ask everyone who replied to ask them, by the way, do you guys, you can message them, by the way, do you know, you can send them something about turmeric, because they don't know, right? You're going to send them something they don't know. That's how you add value. If someone already knows, you can't add value, right? So ask them, do they know anything about turmeric benefits? They don't know. So you share them some benefits about turmeric and say there is a turmeric talk, turmeric video that is really good. Would you like, to listen more about it? So you always ask questions first. You add value and you ask questions if they want more. You added value and ask them if they want more. They want more, you send them the unique video, right? I'm sure we're going to have that. So each of this itself has so many things you can ask, you can add value, all right? So I'm not going to go through. There are 16,000 studies. You can even take one of the study on Google, right? On published studies to share it on social media just for to add value. By the way, you're not even selling anything yet, right? It's only those who respond and you ask them you want to know more, all right? So I'm not going to go through benefits. So $1 US this month, right? An amazing package. I mean, you're going to get 12 boxes of Cunic for $891 Singapore dollars. That's not including 1 Reserve, 1 Revital Blue, and 2 Nara. Okay, this is unbelievable. I'm going to order, definitely 100% going to order this. Okay, this 891. Okay, Reserve, Revival Blue, 2 boxes Nara, and 12 boxes of Cunic. All right, and in Malaysia, you too, 675. Goodness, and you get 12 boxes of Cunic for 675. That's way lower than the Revival Blue and Reserve, man. So go out and do this. And you know what? Because it's so cost effective, take this, keep Cunic in your bag. Whoever that you go, tell them the benefits of turmeric, right? And you say, I have something that's equivalent, can give you health benefits of 100 kg of turmeric, of eating 100 kg of turmeric. Would you like to try? Let them try the Cunic, all right? And they can feel it, especially before the person do Tai Chi exercise. Let them try it. Then when they do the exercise, they can feel the energy increase. Okay, so go out. I wish you guys all the best. My name is Winston. I look forward to hearing from all of you guys. Okay, bye.
Thank you, Winston, for sharing with every one of us. Now, I believe everyone of us, the whole session, you already know the why, where, what, when, and how. All right. So please, since you have all these elements, please remember to share around to let others benefit from today's Jeunesse Universities. Always remember, sharing is love. That's very important, yeah? So next up, let us welcome our Vice President of Global Field Development, Lucy West, to give us insights and great tips on how to become a successful global entrepreneur. Please welcome Lucy West.
Congratulations to all our loyal and dedicated APAC distributors. Thank you so much for inviting me to speak today. And I wish so badly that I could be there in person and meet with you and hear your stories personally and watch all the leaders talk. But it is what it is. And right now I'm standing in our global headquarters, and our thoughts are all with all of you who are gathered at the university, and for those of you that are watching globally as well. So I really have a message for you today, and that is to absorb as much information as possible. So think of why you attended this university. Was it to connect again? Was it how to learn how to reach a new rank? Was it how to increase your earnings or help build new ranks in your organization? Get back on track? Or was it just participate and share your leadership strengths or meet with your team? Whatever it was, don't turn the page and ignore what you learned. You know, successful leaders in Jeunesse have not walked an easy path, especially these last 2 years. They've had highs and they've had lows. The businesses have grown and some of them have even come to a grinding halt. However, they've continued to build and support their team. And new growth, they know it is. The new growth is just around the next corner. 2020 and 2021 has been challenging times for all of us around the world. However, with every challenge comes great opportunity. We have the best home-based business in the world. No one can fire you or let you go. You can work as little or as much as you want. You are in complete control of your success. So with this new way of working with Zooms and occasionally meeting new people, you need to get creative. Recently, I was in Panama and a double diamond was sharing at a Sapphire Leadership Retreat a slide on how he presents the business to his team. And the slide was he took the salary in his country of lawyers and doctors and teachers, even pharmacists, and he put them up on the screen. And he said, this is what they make annually. And he goes, and this is what a Sapphire 25, who qualifies each month with the 25 cycles, which is like 12,000 a year, or a Sapphire 50 and a Sapphire Elite makes with Jeunesse. And he wasn't selling diamond and rubies and emeralds. That's there. He was selling someone how working, instead of working 12 hours a day, you could get a Jeunesse business and you could work it maybe 6 or 7 hours a day. As long as you work your Jeunesse business every day, you are going to grow. So it's so important that you get, I thought, how creative was that? And we know we can talk about cycles because we know a cycle is equal to $35. So also, think outside of the box and think, what do I have to build with? We have in America, and I'm pretty sure I've heard from Singapore and other places like that, you have cooking shows where you give this chef 3 or 4 ingredients and they have to create this incredible meal. And these chefs have no idea what ingredients they're going to get, and suddenly that's what they have to cook with. Well, it's a little bit like that in our industry. When the world changes, you don't have what you had before to work with. You might only have 12 things that you can work with instead of 24 things. And these are like your ingredients, and that's what you learn to cook with. And you have to be flexible, and you have to be willing to get creative, because we know that people have been successful and they have grown in this last year. We've seen new rubies, new emeralds, new diamonds. We've been recognizing them all over the world. I know this month in November, with the double rewards that you have running, people have programmed that new ranks are going to happen in their organization. So if you are leaders and you're sitting there, and I consider people who are Sapphires at the Sapphire level to be leaders because you've got at least 12 executives underneath you. And if one of those 12 executives does not want to build a business, you will need to go out and find a new executive. You know, but when you run a promotion, find out who wants to run with you, who wants to grow, and what are their specific goals. And then you chart it and you make it happen. All the tools are there in the J office and the back office. And again, these are the ingredients you have to work with this month. So take a look, become an expert Jeunesse chef, and make it happen. And go and take everything that you learn from this university, from all of the amazing talks that happen from the leaders here, and listen to it and take some of it and put it into action. If you heard 12 important suggestions, take 2 or 3 of them and try them out and make them happen. Start coaching your team 2 or 3 times a week. I guarantee, just like I said before, success and growth is just around the next corner. It could be tomorrow, it could be next week, it could be the end of the month, but it is there and it's up to you to make it happen. So please be a successful student, review your notes, share with your team, use 1 or 2 of the new strategies, set goals, plan what you're going to do to accomplish them over the next months or until the next event, and of course, teach your team to do the same and know that you are not alone. All the distributors all around the world are going through what you're going through, and they're figuring out how to make it successful. And the ones that figure it out the fastest are the ones that are going to see the most success. So thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of your university. You know, we care very deeply. Can't wait to get out there. Hug you guys, see you again, come over and do strategies, build new ideas and promotions with all of you, and that will happen. So keep going and keep growing. And from all of us here at Global Headquarters, thank you so much, and have a great university, and take this to the streets and make it happen. Thank you.
So now, you know, we have learned so much about the how, the where, the why, the when, the where, okay? And with Lucy West giving us the insights and also the great tips how to become a successful global entrepreneur. So what are you waiting? Huh? Wait no longer. But before anything, okay, just a reminder, okay, to all the 20 lucky draw winners, okay, for the QNIC, okay, 10 to Singapore and 10 to Malaysia, all will be announced on each social media platforms respectively. That's the Singapore Jeunesse and Malaysia Jeunesse. And also, the lucky draw for the 2 winners, okay, will walk away with the Disrupt Expo 2022 shopping spree cash worth 250 USD. Winners will also be announced on each social media platforms respectively. Okay, but there's always a but. Okay, terms and conditions. The winners for the Disrupt Expo 2022 shopping spree cash worth $250. You know you're eligible for it, right? You have to attend the Expo Disrupt 2022. You have to. If you don't attend, then I attend for you. It's okay, I can spend for you, no problem. So, dear lovely people of Jeunesse, what are you waiting for? Go all out and let them know how powerful is QNIC. Till then, see you, take care, stay safe. God bless everyone. Goodbye.
Last one, remix. DB, Diaz Brothers, Flow Rider, Hold On, Live a Lot, DJ Laz. I wanna see you move, shake, shake, now drop what your mama said. Move, shake, shake, now drop what your daddy said. Move, shake, shake, now drop what your sister said. Move, shake, now drop, hold on. I wanna see you move and shake it, drop it, shout it. The mama got the body on her slim waist, that upper bottom she got it look good all in my face. I like when they lose, but don't get abused. DJ Laz got her on them juice, she bringing it back, blow out the give it the stacks. I gotta give it the cash, do what she do when they ask me if I think short it fine. Damn right, I'm about to lose my mind. So stacked, know how to make that body wine grind. I wanna press rewind, now give it to me one time, give it to me 2 times. Slow ride, I must say I like when them freeze. Get Lucy low to the flow in them jeans. Hey baby, take over these baby B. When I'm in the club with DJ Laz. Move, shake, shake, now drop what your mama said. Move, shake, shake, now drop what your daddy.
Back in me, I used to wonder if I'm who I'm meant to be, but not today. I'm awake and I choose to see that there's so much more to me. My time is here, I can feel it, it's in the air. It seems so clear to me, finally I'm aware that we can have all we want if we are prepared. It's time for me to stand up and share.
I won't stand still when I can't run. I will move to the beat of my own drum, and I know I'm not the only one.
take my hand.